Toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys,
and TV and movies too.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Toy Duo team where we come to you live on Saturday. We're here streaming today and we're going to be talking about all things action figures. I did make the thing on the banner. There's the beef. Maybe we'll get into that or maybe we won't. We'll see how it goes.
I don't get what that is referring to.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeesh. I do have a lot. I do have a lot that I would say, but I feel hesitant because I just then I'm in it.
You're gonna get canceled?
Yeah, which probably already canceled anyways. But anyways, I think we're the only ones here today, and we're all watching ourselves.
I think 3 people in the chat are us.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff going on today. There's a convention in England or something like that. Is that right?
MCM.
And then
Super Awesome Geek Show is there. He's
here.
Yeah, I'm here too.
And there's
that's 4.
And left.
We're all in there. Anyways, we are going to be talking about action figures and toys, and Rick's in there twice.
Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard Kane's here. And hello. I want to pull this down because I want to read some of the titles here. We got Jumpy McClunky's here saying hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, let me do this. We got Just Dan over here saying hello.
Happy Memorial Weekend, everybody.
Yeah, we got Sir Eric over here who never changes the title on his name. What is that? The Real Zim. The Real Zim.
Howdy.
Check my reading skills.
Zim.
Real Vader Zim.
And then we got Rick, the president and founder of Hammerhead Fascist Group. Is that right?
Sorry, I didn't think you guys would know all the abbreviations, so I had to
okay.
What is Memorial Day for? What are you memorialing?
Yeah, it's Memorial Day
in America.
Memorial Day to everybody this weekend.
What are you remembering? War?
Yes.
No, the people who died at war.
Yeah, people who have died in wars.
So
you got
like
John Blador.
John Blador.
Oh,
it's like Dumbledore, but it's John Blador.
Is that a Matt from Zero Toy Hunters is here? Is that Harry Potter reference?
Yes.
Okay. And then
say it like you're playing Mad Gabs.
And then I went all out, John, just for you, and changed my name to Vern Rance, the fact checker.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't change my name right now.
But anyways, we're going to talk about action figures and stuff like that. And we may have somebody else joining us a little bit. We'll see if that person makes it and joins us. It'll be a surprise to everybody.
Surprise!
Surprise!
I actually might have to leave a little bit early, so that might work out.
Well, in 15 minutes you're leaving. You can't. You haven't even got off the phone yet.
It's probably an hour.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see if we let you go. Because the very last segment is for John Blador only, and so that's at the 1 hour and 45-minute mark. So he has to be around for that.
I thought you said it was for the 4th hour.
He's forcing me. He's forcing me to stay. He's forcing me to stay.
All right. So Lax here listening, but driving.
Is that illegal? I think that's illegal.
Let's do this. This is this week's episode of TV and movie news you didn't know you needed. Oh, see, I that's what
you don't need.
Don't need, but I should have said you didn't know you needed. Would be better. On the fly. See, I'm writing
this week's episode of the TV movie news you don't need.
All right,
watch out for potential spoilers on The Acolyte because a bunch of Disney influencers got to see the first 4 episodes at the premiere. So there is some not super spoilers out there, but there are some.
Jonathan,
I've heard nothing but good things.
I am so confused how Darth Vader showed up.
They're all fans, so they're not going to hate it, right?
I'm so confused.
The Acolyte looks so good. I'm so excited for that.
I'm so confused how Darth Vader's in it. Isn't this like supposed to be before him?
Spoilers.
Nobody's before Vader.
This is going to be good. The previous two Knives Out and Glass Onion were really good. So,
but is there a Knives Out too?
Glass Onion.
Glass Onion.
Yeah, but
They're calling Glass
Knives
Onion.
Out.
Okay.
So I thought this would be
Glass
movie
Onion was good, but I don't know
Was.
about Knives Out. I fall asleep every time I watch it.
Oh, I love Knives Out. Yeah,
So-
you're nuts.
Yeah,
Knives
Glass
Out
Onion
3
was way better.
Daniel
This is going to
Craig.
be titled "Wake Up, Dead Man: A Knives Out Mystery." So, the sequel title created by ChatGPT. What is that? Now, you guys are talking about the first one, and some people obviously have saying, "Is there a second one?" So I know you didn't see the second one. Do you know who's not seen either of them?
Vern.
Me.
Because Vern
Why?
doesn't watch TV and movies.
Is there a reason why you don't?
I tried to start watching the first one, and then I just felt like, oh my gosh, this is Ryan Johnson, right? And I was like, I'm not getting
He's
invested
great.
in
I
this.
I like Ryan Johnson as well.
I'm with Eric, man. It was very enjoyable.
Was it?
Who done it's are really fun. Yeah.
Well, I like that show, Poker Face, which is kind of a surprise to me. So maybe I should give this one a chance, but it's just like I'm not. Hey, Noom 842. I don't think I've seen Noom in here before.
Yeah, I was just gonna. I just noticed
He's
that.
new.
Yeah, welcome to the
Howdy
show.
ho.
Hi,
So
Noom.
now-
I think the Acolyte's going to be a little bit of a whodunit kind of a thing too,
Yeah.
which is interesting. And I've heard, I don't want to say this, but I've heard people compare it to Andor.
This is the funniest part right
Because
here.
it's very adult-like. So
I'm
we'll
not
see
going to
how-
call out Rick as the fact checker, but 2 minutes ago he said, "Let's watch out for any Acolyte spoilers." And then,
Well,
and
saying
then every
it's
chance he gets, he's like throwing
compared to
something.
Andor is not a spoiler.
No, you just said it's going to be a whodunit. I didn't know that.
Well,
They did
there's
on the
18
press
trailers
tour.
out there.
They have been billing it as like some sort of a mystery, right? Like in
Well,
the
the
trailers, they say
trailer-
like in the trailer they say like
Somebody's
oh,
killing
someone,
Jedi, they said.
yeah, right. So
But the thing is, the trailer is going to bill it as a mystery, but is it going to be a mystery when you're watching it?
No, it'll turn it back.
we'll see.
Turn it
You know what I
into
mean?
all
Like, there's a
comedy.
show on Paramount called Elspeth that I've been watching, and like they show you the crime at the very beginning, and then they show how they solve it, and then all the details that let them catch the person. But it's like not a mystery who did it to you, the watcher.
Yeah, sure.
I'd
All right,
say
so you guys
we'll
are
see.
looking forward to
no
Knives Out.
comment about this kind of a comment. There's no spoil twister ending kind of thing. Like it's all public. Anything that you know that's not from the preview that just happened 24 hours ago. People were saying this 2 weeks ago that
Okay.
Disney spoiled it. If Disney put it in a trailer and put it out there, it's done on purpose. So if they put the names of the two twins in the trailer, it's not an accident. Like, and if they put Kit Fisto in the trailer, they knew what they're doing. Like, they could have edited those parts out on trailers or
You mean
added things in.
Plo Koon?
Yeah, like if it's him or not, but I mean, he's in the
It's
trailer,
someone of
so
his species at least.
and
All right. I'll give the first Knives Out a try.
It's
Just
good.
knowing that Ryan Johnson was paid to have Luke Skywalker killed off.
but I'm looking forward to it.
Daniel
Star
Craig
Wars.
is excellent.
Does
Yeah,
he?
He's,
Okay.
he's
Oh,
just
yeah.
so good.
Is he in all of them? Is it
Yeah.
like is
Yeah,
he the
he's the
main
kind-
character?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
So
he's
the
he's
only one
he's
in
essentially
all of
like the Creole equivalent of like Hercule Poirot.
okay. So he is the Agatha Christie detective, basically. It's
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. All right. I'll give it a try.
That Murder on the
Um,
Orient. Is that what that
Not
was?
supposed to be revealed. Twins.
Murder
name.
on the Orient Express is one of
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew
and
about
that
the
one-
twins like 2 months ago, so I don't consider that a spoiler.
Okay. Apparently, the Hunger Games writer is working on a new X-Men movie.
Yeah,
Gross.
that's interesting too.
Interesting.
Never saw the Hunger Games. Had no desire to.
You
Actually,
never
the one
saw
girl
them?
is from the Hunger Games, which I didn't know.
I
until
feel like the
looking
Hunger
at her.
Games is your generation.
Her
Mine? No,
Yeah.
younger than mine.
Younger? Are you a
Yeah.
Gen Y or Gen Z?
I'm a millennial.
They
He's-
lost track.
So, well,
by that.
okay. I have to like say, is a millennial a Gen Y? Because
I don't know.
I thought Gen Ys were the same as the millennials. They
He's a
just
Gen. Why haven't you
named it
watched
they
that
didn't
movie
like-
yet?
Because they didn't like the name that the Gen Xers created for them.
Who's Jen?
I don't even know what's going on.
I'm
Yeah.
29.
I volunteer Eric as tribute to watch the Hunger Games.
All right. Well,
I
Michael
like
Leslie. He also did.
I don't care for Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's pretty awful.
All right. Is anybody looking forward to an X-Men movie?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, if it's done good.
Is it
Yeah.
live action?
Well,
It's
we all watched the other ones that weren't done good, but we still watched them and enjoyed them at the time.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is going to be Marvel Studios' first live-action X-Men movie.
The X-Men, or I mean, the cartoon was really good. So hopefully,
But
Yeah,
they
I think
fired
that's
that
what
guy,
they
right?
gotta do, as well as like if that
Yeah.
cartoon is like the most watched thing. On
Yeah,
Disney Plus
that's
or something I'm
better.
hearing, the X-Men movie or series, whatever they end up doing, better be pretty good.
All right. Slack is like we were Gen Ys long before that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
millennial
I guess
term-
it's the same. Yeah.
that millennial term was coined in back in the 90s by a couple of sociologists who were writing about it, and they were trying to say it was anybody who was like
growing
born
up
at a
around the
certain
time.
time and going to graduate high school around the millennium.
Yeah, people who are coming of age
Yeah.
around the millennium. Yeah. So.
All right. So Glenn Powell is going to be in another remake. Is anybody looking forward to another Heaven Can Wait?
what?
Just,
What?
Tracker guy or
Like, who cares? I don't even know what the first one was about.
The
Seen
first one?
I don't even know who this is.
Is that the
Yeah,
guy that's
he
in
was in
Twister?
Top Gun. He was the pilot that helps them at the end, the Top Gun Maverick.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
So you watched that movie, but you haven't watched.
What are you talking about?
You know about Heaven Can Wait? I've never even heard of this movie.
You haven't seen Heaven Can Wait? That came out in like
No.
the 70s. The one that I remember was in the 70s.
I didn't
It
watch
was-
bad movies back then. I only
I
watched.
remember Highway to Heaven, the TV show.
Who was the guy that was in Dick Tracy? That movie.
Dick Tracy?
Oh,
Warren Beatty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't Warren Beatty in Heaven Can Wait?
I don't know.
So the concept is he's a football player and he's out for like a morning exercise bike or something. He goes into a tunnel. His guardian angel pulls him out of the body thinking he's going to get hit and killed, so to avoid the pain. But it's a mistake. He wasn't supposed to die. So then they're trying to find him a new host to be in. And in the interim, they throw him in this really rich guy who just got murdered by his like wife. And so basically like they thought he was dead, but he's like back, but everybody sees that he's this rich guy. So he buys like the football team or something and starts training to be the quarterback because, you know, he had this dream of playing football. And then everybody
I think
thinks
our
he's
moms really like
crazy. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
That's not real.
But I don't need another remake because I think they remade this in the 90s or something. I didn't even know who was in that one.
Speaking of Warren Beatty, did you know that I thought the movie was cool, but the reason we never saw another Dick Tracy is because he bought the rights to it
Because it was so
just so
bad.
nobody else would play his role.
really?
That's amazing. I heard the only other time I heard of somebody buying everything was when Tom Hanks supposedly bought Bosom Buddies so nobody would ever watch it.
What do you mean? Vin Diesel bought 2 of his franchises. Arnold Schwarzenegger bought 1. I guess technically Stallone created the 2. He created Rambo and
Rocky.
Rocky. So, but he owns
And
those.
the Expendables, right?
Yeah, and the Expendables. Yeah,
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
but yeah, Vin Diesel bought the Fast and the Furious franchise after I think the first 2 movies did pretty well, and then he bought it.
Oh, is that why he's in every single one of them?
Yeah, and then he bought the Riddick ones because he liked the character Riddick.
So he thought he was going to be
And-
doing a bunch of sequels to Riddick.
I've seen a rumor he's doing another Riddick too.
He is, yeah,
No,
he is.
there you go.
He funded, if I'm not mistaken, he funded that one actually.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, get kicked off. I mean, I love him. I love that.
And then, as you guys know, Star Trek Discovery is coming to an end on Paramount Plus. So, of course, they are not going to leave it without a Star Trek show. So, Starfleet Academy series has been announced, and Holly Hunter is apparently
Leave
going to
it
be the
without.
Chancellor.
There's 3 Star Trek shows currently.
What are
I
the 3?
don't watch any of them.
There's Star Trek Discovery. There's Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and
I
there's
think that
Star
one's
Trek
done.
Lower Decks.
I think Strange New Worlds is over.
No, it isn't. There's 2 more seasons coming.
I thought it was done.
No.
Is one of them a cartoon?
Yeah, one of
Lower Decks is a cartoon. Yeah, then there's another season of that coming too.
Okay, well that's good. Strange New Worlds will still be coming. I thought it was over after the.
No, the only one that's done is the Discovery.
Okay, Discovery's wrapping up. I think this season's actually been fairly decent so far.
It's been the best season of the whole show so far.
I do
Is it better than Orville?
What?
No, it's not better than
I
Orville.
thought the Orville was actually
The Orville's the best Star Trek series on TV.
pretty clever.
So the thing I like most about this season of the Star Trek is the new number one, the captain who she brings on to be her commander, and because because they're totally different.
Yeah,
right?
they argue all the time.
I really like that when they do that type of thing with the characters.
Yeah.
So Dino's in the car saying hello to everybody. So I got a bone to pick.
Hey,
with
He's
Dino
gonna
because
crash. He's gonna crash.
I
Hello,
told him
Dino.
to stop using my the muscle thing because I have that trademarked.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So
Oh.
he needs to stop using that.
You're gonna have to sue him, I think.
You copyrighted
or pay a
emoji?
licensing fee.
I didn't know. Yeah, you better. That's what he should do. He should pay a licensing fee to you
He should.
every time he does Geek Strong. He has to
We're
pay
going to
you.
have beef because he's using that and he's not giving me the proper. credit.
Yeah, he's got to pay you $1,000 every time.
Good money in licensing deals.
I
I'm gonna
didn't
put a
know that
license
Holly
on-
Hunter was even still alive. This is crazy.
I'm gonna put a license on
I don't
self-aware
know who
hair.
Holly
So
Hunter
So
is.
Warren has
this will
to
be
pay
the
me.
interest. I'm sorry. What was that, Dan?
I want to put a license on self-aware hair, so you have to
They
pay
should.
me.
Yeah.
I
The
think
thing
the
is
last
with this-
movie I
with-
saw her in, she got a hole blown in her by a witch, right?
So that's
How
why
could
you
she
thought
lie?
she wasn't around anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was a movie.
Dino's car blew up.
Hey, so the thing is about the show, I'm curious to know, would you rather have this be in that future where it's like a brand new academy and
Does it
everything's
matter?
starting over, or do you want it set back in the past where like you get to see Will Wheaton and his friends fly that like formation thing and somebody gets hurt?
We already saw that though.
It would
Right,
be cool if it took place like in the 50s.
What time
So
period?
they could all dress up like and have cool sideburns and
So do you think it should be like when like Kirk and stuff is in the academy?
Oh, before
That's
that,
funny.
like even before the movies that didn't look like they were in the 50s, but were supposed
So
to.
like when Archer is going to the academy.
No, but every time they do something in the past, though, the
They have to-
technology looks so far in the future that it doesn't make any sense.
That's why they
So it should be after Next Generation, so they can do whatever they want.
Well,
Vern,
that's partly why
Vern-
I'm looking
the
forward
only
to-
response is $1 million.
Yeah, it was $1 million.
That's why I'm really hoping the Fantastic Four has a good chunk of it that say takes place, 40, 50 years ago. So it looks like it's 40, 50 years ago, whether it's the hairstyles or
Yeah,
the
but Star
clothing or
Trek
the
doesn't know
cars.
how to do that.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
mean.
but-
Star Trek doesn't know how to do it.
They don't
If
know how to
they're
make a
also
new
talking
show
about
look
making
like
another
it was.
movie with the J.J. Abrams crew and all that stuff. So it'd be, and I enjoyed those. So it'd be interesting to see
Yeah.
what they could do because there's no set time frame between, Kirk and Spock and saving whales and the Wrath of Khan and.
What do you mean there's no time frame?
Well, it
Gary,
doesn't take
there
place
is a
in
time frame.
1988 Earth, like you know what I mean, like where we could kind of.
At the beginning of every
it used
single
to.
show was star date XXXX, and you could just do the math.
Yeah, but they're driving 1988 Caprices, like it was dated, like like they couldn't drive a futuristic car because there wasn't futuristic cars, like unless they made them,
Oh, I
like
get
in
what
Back
you're
to the
saying.
Future or Blade Runner, where they guessed what the future would look like. But-
Because back then they couldn't try to make anything look futuristic.
yeah, but they
Their vision of the future was different.
like Walt Disney did, like and when he first made the Disney World and all that kind of stuff and Future World and
Yep, because
like-
Tomorrowland looks super futuristic every time I go to
well,
Disney.
it did. And
Well, they've refreshed Tomorrowland several times for that precise reason.
Yeah,
and
but they
then the
still have that
MCU
rocket that spins around.
yeah,
They've
and the
refreshed
MCU,
that a few
Tony
times.
Stark was a Sir Walt Disney World kind of guy where he made like Tomorrow Futureland or
Right.
whatever in the MCU. So we're gonna see that again, I believe, because that took place, let's say, in the 40s and 50s, where I think the Fantastic Four will be. So I think they'll be interacting with, Tony Stark's papa in this Futureland. Like maybe that's
See, I don't think you're that far off, Rick, because I think they're going to get trapped in the negative zone,
I'm way
and then they're
smarter
going to
than
come, and then they're going
We're
to
not
come
talking about
out of
Star
the.
Trek anymore.
they're going to come out of the negative zone in the modern MCU, and that's why that's where they've been this whole time.
You're welcome, chat, for me changing the topic.
You were talking about the Fantastic Four. You guys let me.
Hey, it was a smooth transition. Kind
Yeah.
of like
Time travel and energizing whales are fine, but
All right.
far from the wrong year
And
set Rick off.
this movie is available on Netflix now.
Oh, I just started watching it. I only got halfway through before.
That's why John's
this-
like, I'm gonna have to go because I'm so invested in this movie. I need to finish watching.
Did they show any robots in the first half?
Oh yeah, it's really good. There's
Okay,
lots of futuristic robots and spaceships.
So let me ask you a question, John. Are you at the 17% tomato meter or the 57% audience score?
Well, I think I'd be more in the audience score, but I'd rate it higher than that.
Okay. Well, that's
Well,
an average.
I haven't seen the end. I've only seen half of it, so I don't know. Maybe it gets really bad by the end. Who
Jennifer
knows?
Lopez.
Sure, it does.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me ask you guys a question then. Did you watch anybody watch Madam Web?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about it. No.
Can I get my take on Madam Web?
You can, John.
Okay.
Boy.
Timer
So
on now.
if you pretend
Time's up.
if you pretend that Madam Web is not a Spider-Man movie, it is a good movie.
That's a strong statement, but I'll give that a go when I watch it.
If you take it just as a science fiction film about characters that have powers, it is a good movie. But if you put it in the Spider-Man universe, it absolutely 100% completely sucks.
I saw
Okay.
I
Hold
saw
on.
some clips that were pretty bad.
All right. So
Yeah.
to put what John says in perspective, I have two things that I want to say. So please let me say them. One,
Did you see
if
it?
you guys watch K-dramas, the bad guy sounds like the guy who does the voiceovers for all the K-dramas if you watch him in English. Or they got that guy to read all his lines because he
They
could
did.
not deliver his line.
Maybe.
That's
Secondly,
funny.
there's a scene where like the fire truck gets sidewinded by a car at an intersection in the movie. And when they do the long pan out, the car that sideswiped that fire truck was driving nowhere because on the other side of that intersection was a
Is a
parking lot
field.
and then
Yeah.
the water. So I don't know why he was going 100
But
miles
straight,
per hour
yeah.
through that intersection unless he
They
was
hit the
trying
bus.
to drive himself
it's-
off the dock.
And
into the
actually,
water.
it's an ambulance that gets hit by a fire truck. But
Okay,
yeah,
there you go. But so,
yeah, you're like, where was he going? Yes, exactly.
so that's how I rate whether or not a movie is good is when they pay attention to those small details, like Van Halen setting up a concert and wanting only green M&Ms in the bowl. But did you feel like the voiceover on that villain was just weird? Like, did it sound like a voiceover?
That's the clip that I saw of
Yeah.
the villain being having like voiceover. From what I understand, the actor who played him is a pretty good actor, but he can't speak English. So like,
So it is a
why-
voiceover.
Oh,
Yeah, they
okay.
dubbed
So
it.
they did.
Yeah, they dubbed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, it's
Okay.
100% obvious.
Then it is the guy. It is the same guy that you're talking about.
Same guy that
Kurt.
does
It
the
is.
K-drama voices.
Because yeah, that is evident. That is while you're watching it, you're like, what's going on here? But
And the
Yeah.
voice acting was horrible on it because he's not there with any of the other actors.
it doesn't match. Plus
Would
it doesn't
subtitles be
match.
better?
There was times where I was like, I don't think he moved his mouth, but he's
Yeah, that's
talking.
right. It's like every time
So
you
I'm
show him,
going-
maybe that's why he had to grow that mustache and beard to sort of hide his lips a little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
It works.
There are probably more interesting things to talk about than
But-
the dumpster fire that's Madam Web.
But yeah,
Star
but
Trek.
I think that if you go into it thinking you're just watching a science fiction movie that has absolutely nothing to do with Spider-Man, it's
I'll
not
try-
bad. It's not bad. It's a good science fiction film of people who have powers, and
Okay.
you know, because I've seen similar films to this, like Lucy and what is that limited power, whatever, the thing where that girl gets superpowers from the drugs and stuff, and it's very similar to that. Where
The Melissa McCarthy movie?
no, the one with
Of course, that was a comedy.
the one they turned into a TV show, Unlimited or Limited or whatever that was called.
I don't
What are
know.
you talking about? Heroes?
No.
I don't know what movie you're talking about where somebody got turned into superhero by drugs and stuff.
They take a drug and they get like they
Jamie
can see
Foxx.
all the effects of the universe. I think it had like Bradley Cooper in it and
all the effects. Limitless?
Oh, Limitless.
Yeah, Limitless. That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
And then they turned it into a TV show. Yeah. But this is similar to that. She gets drugged by something her mom took, and it passes through into her as a baby, and she ends up being able to see the future, and she saves people from dying because she's able to see the future. So as a sci-fi film, it works, but as a Spider-Man film, it's terrible because they ruin every single character. They get them all wrong. They have the wrong. Some of them even have the wrong names. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah,
the person who wrote it never read a Spider-Man comic in their life.
I haven't seen it. I will watch it, and to be fair, I'll try to look at it through that lens, John, and I'll report back on the sentiment. But from everything I've seen, all the different clips and whatnot, it looks like a right dumpster fire.
Because they don't
Limitless pills and watch it. It might make
they don't say it. They don't say. Well, they say it, but a balloon pops when they say the name. But get this. So Aunt May, remember she was Aunt May? Aunt May and Ben Parker are having a child in this movie. And guess who the child that Aunt May and Ben Parker are having? Peter Parker. What? Have you ever read a comic book? Peter Parker was not May's child. That May was his aunt.
Wait a minute. That puts a new twist on it. So Aunt May's real name is Aunt.
I guess so.
That's her first name.
I guess that's her first name. Yeah. And this somehow takes place before Peter was born, even though he's the first Spider person in the comics. And there's already 3 other Spider Girls.
They did a
like,
good job.
What the hell?
It looked like it was set
It's
back in the
an
70s or whatever, though, 80s. As a period piece, it was done well, where like they did go out and find the requisite 1978 vehicles and stuff to put on the street.
Aaron, did you miss the Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh, you know what? I think we had talked about it because I was looking at that article today about Beverly Hills Cop 4 because it's supposed to release pretty soon, right?
It's coming to Netflix, right?
In June,
the trailer for it, I think, dropped.
And isn't there another 48 hours?
Beetlejuice trailer dropped too.
And
and
a whole bunch of Acolyte ones.
Vision news.
Stop with the Acolyte.
There's another
of
Vision.
all the new movies and shows coming out, it's the only one I'm kind of currently worried about and want to watch.
The Vision
Maker comes out.
Oh yeah, Vision just got announced for 5 years from now. It's going to be
2 years.
It won't take long. Put it in a stagecraft, put on their makeup, and go.
So who do you think
Disney Plus shows don't take that long to make?
Sorry, what?
It's Andor.
What?
They don't take long to make those Disney Plus shows. They're much lower budget for the Marvel side of things. So far, they have been, right?
Who's Sasquatch? It is live, unless it's She-Hulk, and then they spend like $1 billion.
Did they spend more on She-Hulk than Moon Knight?
Apparently, She-Hulk was super expensive, but worth every penny they put into it.
Me too. I thought it was the best. And Andor, I know, cost more than I think all the other ones combined. But I mean,
where the heck is Andor Part 2? Like, what is going on with that?
After Christmas.
Well, they're not going to have. They're currently building the Death Star. It's
what
it's going to take a while. Takes a while.
They're not releasing it this year. It'll come out next year.
No, it'll be the third thing. So we got something coming out soon, which is Acolyte in a couple weeks, and then near Christmas we'll get the Skeleton Crew,
right?
And then so spring or hopefully before spring. We get to see Andor because 8 weeks or I'm sure it won't be 12 or 24 weeks. I'm sure it'll be another 8, 10 max. Hopefully, if we're lucky. But
I do think that like on that Beverly Hills Cop 4, Dan, looks really good actually.
But there also is another 48 hours, right?
I didn't see any of that.
I thought they were doing that too.
Is Nick Nolte coming back for that, or
yeah.
Them out?
No, Nick's
I wouldn't doubt it. Like Eddie Murphy's still got it. So.
Yeah, he wants to He wants to make a sequels because Coming Scared to America or whatever.
Coming Scared to America.
That was awful. That last one they did was.
I guess they consider it successful. So now he wants to do his other movies like 48 Hours, but it's another 48 Hours because that's what continuing.
So that
with
could
it.
actually, yeah.
And then they're doing Beverly Hills Cop 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
With
I'm
Axel
actually
Foley.
looking forward to Beverly Hills Cop.
He's going to stick another banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
I'm just happy
rewatched
Sarge
the
is
first
in it.
one.
Sarge is my favorite character from Beverly Hills Cop.
Who?
And trading spaces.
Hello, my name
or
is
whatever is
Sarge.
coming
How
back
can
to-
I help you?
Are they going to do a new Trading Places?
Yeah, right.
Oh, that would. So will it be?
Well, Mortimer's dead, so unfortunately they can't bring him back.
Yeah,
Will
that's
Dan
right.
Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy be making the bet?
I hope so. Yeah.
That would be funny, right? Like a nice twist.
Yeah.
96 hours. Good call, Nomad.
96 hours.
Yeah, there you go. 96.
Trading Places 2.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I know they make everything becomes a reboot and a remake and a redo and a let's change it around and make it again new. But you know, when it's nostalgic to me like that, like Eddie Murphy stuff. Yeah, when I was young, I had to like sneak to watch Eddie Murphy stuff. Like he had swearing and adult words, and when I was 14, not allowed. So yeah, man, I remember seeing
Not
these
allowed.
theaters. Well, you couldn't be 14 and go watch movies with the F-bomb in it. It was
That's true.
You still can't be 14 and go watch those movies.
You know how you could have done it, Rick? What you do
With
is
your
you
mom
get one of
work
your
at the movie
friends
theater?
to distract the ticket taker dude, fall
Or
on the
have
ground,
the fear
spaz
when you're
out, and
14.
pretend like you're having a seizure,
But that's why.
Yeah, right? That's what you do.
and then tell him you
Most
just
of us
got
are
gum
looking
on your.
Most of us are looking forward to Beetlejuice. So
Vern, have you told anyone else about that just in private life? Just like, did you you want to hear some wacky do story?
okay, Lax at home now, so he's not driving. He's safe.
Yes,
My childhood broke Vern. If you don't know what Vern's talking about, that's something I actually did to help sneak me and my friends into the movie Tomcats.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Classic.
And we all wish it was filmed so we could see it today.
All right. Anyways,
Security camera tape.
I'm gonna special guest coming on today. We got a dude's nerdery.
What?
He lives.
God.
How's it going?
Look at that guitar collection.
We
Look
haven't
at
seen Dude
That's a
in
hockey
ages.
stick collection.
It's been too
That's
long.
hockey
man.
sticks.
How are you guys? It's good to see you guys.
Good. How you
Good,
doing?
dude.
Well.
How you been?
I'm good, man. Good. Settled in the new house and yeah, man, just went on a 6-mile walk, bought some ribs for tomorrow, and yeah.
Cool.
I want to see you nerds. Hey guys.
Hashtag meal prep.
Good to see you.
Hey,
He's
buddy.
talking to you guys.
You guys.
You guy.
So,
You
so
guy.
which room is this?
It was dude. that put
Guitar
that
room
comment.
or
Those are
studio?
This is my home office, which is doubling as the guitar room for right now because the basement is unfinished.
Got it.
Nice.
finished.
Yeah. So
How
yeah,
many
man.
guitars do you have in your guitar collection?
I've got 4 electric and 2 acoustic.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Yeah, not that many. I mean, there's some people that have crazy amounts, but not that many. So I just picked up a new one as a housewarming gift to myself when I moved in. I
There you go.
bought the
What'd you
Mike.
get?
I got the Mike McCready custom Stratocaster. So they did like a limited edition release, and it's a replica of his 1960 Stratocaster.
Cool.
Wow.
Jonathan wants to know: do those guitars count as a collection?
Well, I have 6, but I mean technically 4 are electric. So, but yeah, this is the McCready 1960.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Well,
Yeah,
so
so
is that fake distressing?
Yes, they fake distressed it.
Is
yeah,
it?
they do it. Yeah, because it's a replica of his.
That's
That's
what it
cool
looks
though.
like
That's
now.
cool. I can dig it.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean they do. So it's like it still has like the acrylic finish on it, but yeah, it looks really cool.
But it's got
And then it's got all the custom pickups and work that he has on his. It's cool. It's got like the exposed coil back and stuff.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
This thing is gorgeous. I love it. So it was my freedom, my celebration of freedom.
I've always been curious if he rocks.
I only lip sync.
You lip sync. So
Yeah.
you're a vocalist.
And he gets that guy to do it from Case.
I had one guitar.
It's a Madam Web job.
I had ever had one guitar. It's an acoustic Yamaha. Was from whenever. I never learned to play any more than one part of one song on it.
Yeah, and I
And
remember
I couldn't
junior
play
high
today
school,
to save my
we
life.
had a band class was kind of new as we went up to the bigger school, and they're like, okay, you have to take band in one semester, pick an instrument. Everyone, like all the cool guys, I want the drums, So we all picked the drums, and we get to class. And it's like, here, Rick, here's a clarinet. So yeah, that's my only musical experience was, a couple of months of blowing in a clarinet
Being
horn.
forced to play a clarinet, yeah.
Being forced.
We all
Not
had
even
to
a
play
saxophone.
a
Come on.
clarinet.
So I got to ask a question though. Inside that closet behind you, is there a bat cave yet?
So inside the closet behind me is a treasure trove of items. So do you know what's crazy, dude? You don't realize how much shit you've accumulated as a collector until you have to pack it up and move it. And even the movers were like, dude, how many boxes of shit do you have? And so my basement right now, like a whole corner is just everything in like crates and boxes for the collection. I did actually have the DTOF professionally moved. Some guy came in, disassembled them, put them in like real nice crates, came here and assembled them for me, which was
that's nice.
really nice. Yep, hooked the lights back up and everything. So the
Dang.
DTOF are up there, but they're empty. But yeah, let me see. It's over here. I've got Pearl Jam poster.
Nice.
And then
Everything in the closet is Batman adjacent.
Pearl Jam played here last night.
No, and I've got we got the Sentinels, we've got Galactus, Darth Vader's helmet, lightsabers, and these are just some kind of other like non-action figure collectibles I have. But I put like the maybe some of the more prized possessions here out of the basement like that. But at some point I gotta organize and get everything together. But it's
So now when somebody breaks in, they know exactly where to go.
they go right. Well, dude, you got
right
right
to that
cars, you got
Yeah.
cars,
Yeah.
Galactus, and
We're gonna put the address on the bottom ticker in a minute.
I'll have that running on a banner. Hey, so Lack said it's been a long time since we've seen you eating on a stream. Are you planning on bringing lunch and turning the camera up?
yeah.
Well, doesn't
Oh, Sweetie's got snacks.
I did it purposely.
Bender Rodriguez saying he hasn't seen you in a minute. I want to say hi. I don't think I've seen Bender Rodriguez in here before either. So welcome to the show.
We've seen Bender before. I don't know. Maybe it's been. Maybe he was on 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard before.
Maybe
I've seen Bender. Bender's been in some live streams before.
Okay, I don't think I've seen him here.
Okay.
Unless I
I
just
see what
missed
you
it.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Dino's
saying,
completely confused.
Hey, what's up, Dino?
dude with guitars.
How are you, buddy? Yeah, it's good to hang. Thanks for the invite. It's good to hang out with you guys.
thought I broke
That's
it.
Great to see you, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I want to hear about this place that you posted photos of. That's like
oh, dude, that comic book store is
yeah,
awesome.
man. That looked some primo real
Dude,
estate.
Fine, hold on.
it's called the State of Comics. So you guys want to look at it online, but you walk in there and it's just full of joy, man. You have comic books all over the place, and then they've got like action figures, collectibles, and so it's only 15. I live like near downtown Plymouth, which is like a nice suburban downtown, like lots of bars, restaurants. It kind of reminds me of like the north side of Chicago, like
Okay.
those like a Highland Park downtown, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's cool.
So you're in the same state?
I dig the shirt, by the way. Sean
Yeah.
Dunstan, Ryan Steinberg, and Mark Grace. Yeah.
Yep. Some of my favorites, but no. So I mean, that area is awesome. Like last night, they had a live. They had a band down there in the park. So just went. One of my friends and I went down there and enjoyed some beverages and hung out. But lots of bars, restaurants, and cool shit. But like on Saturdays, I just walk down there. I like walking through downtown, and I just go in here. Yeah, and I picked up. I didn't buy anything, but there was a lot of temptation there today. A lot of temptation, yeah.
Yeah,
And it's just so nice to have a place like that nearby where you can just go walk to and just hang out. Like I just hung out in there for 30 minutes, looked at the new stuff I had, and talked myself down from buying a few things.
had to talk yourself off the ledge, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, but it was cool. I went there for free comic book day. They had a fun event. They had the Ecto one there, which was really cool. They did a cosplay contest as well. So it's cool, man. It's a fun area.
I love this place already.
Who'd you dress up as, dude?
I Slave Leia.
Nice.
Well, where are the pictures of that?
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's cool, man. Like I really like living down here. It's a good spot.
So did you get your friend to dress up as Jabba so you could go together?
She should be the one in the Slave Leia bikini.
Well,
this Jabba.
Are you in the same state, dude? Same area kind of thing?
Yeah, I live like 12 minutes south of where I lived before.
Okay.
So this is just kind of it's like a less snobby area, and like again, I moved here because of being single. I like the downtown, fun place to maybe go meet people, and it's easy to come back and entertain, after midnight, if you will. So, but yeah, this was the area I wanted to live in, and it's just a really cool, fun area. So really like it here.
Glad you landed in a good
Is
spot.
21 again.
Are you close enough to Eric? You can babysit for him now?
No, I'm still in Michigan, but yeah, I might move back to Chicago once my youngest is out of high school and in college.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
That's cool.
For now, it's a cool spot. This is the closest it's felt to home since I've lived in Michigan a long time. This is the closest it's felt to Chicago, like this area. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pay not to see that.
What?
I said, dude's
everybody
Slave Leia costume was on his OnlyFans.
And then everybody's willing to pay for that.
No, he says not to see it. He's going to pay not to see it.
He's going to. He's not going to admit it. All right, what I'm going to do here is we do this
Throw
thing.
Dandy over in the corner where he doesn't.
No, I move myself over there. We do a thing where we call the Creator Spotlight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this link in the chat. It's not a action figure photographer anyways, but I found this page. Well, it was pointed out to me that on the banner was some pictures posted by Rowena and Doodles over on Facebook, and I thought they were pretty cool. I didn't realize they were like his own creation, but I thought I'd point them out because I thought they looked pretty cool. He's creating his own action figure line, it looks like. So go check them out.
It's incorrect without a Canada flag on it, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I thought I fell for that. I actually I thought finally we get an Alpine. But we got Bazooka before Alpine.
Yeah, they look cool. I thought it was
Bazooka,
neat.
Alpine, and Quick Kick should have all come out together. They all hang out together in the cartoon.
I agree.
Yeah. Numa saying he's in Michigan. Yeah, when I saw that, I thought, oh, could this be like some sort of a leak or whatever? And it was pointed out to me by you guys in the group chat that it was somebody on Facebook. I don't have Facebook, so I had to go sneak around and try to find that. But anyways, I thought some of the stuff looked really cool that was being presented.
Oh, that's the Cobra Commander. Yeah, that's
Cover Guard. Yeah,
I think that Cobra Commander is.
Oh, the October Guard would be great.
Actually, rumored to be coming out, the Once a Man figure.
Yeah, but it probably won't be like this. I think this is his, right?
Yeah,
it is, but I mean that's what it should look like. So his
that would look awesome.
Won't be far off because he's using, I'm guessing, existing similar molds that he can kind of recolor. But yeah, those are fantastic jobs.
Yeah. I think Horror Show definitely. The October Guard is something that bothers me. Always bothered me as a kid because I wanted them in the O-ring form, and then they did the one Colonel there, but they didn't do Horror Show until like the 2000s, and I wasn't collecting by then. And they did the Colonel one in the middle, but that was the only one they did when I was a kid. But Horror Show now is like $500, $700. It's like insane. You can't even get them.
Well, you could sell that blue, the blue dude that you got in that yard sale for like $25.
No.
All right. Anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. If you guys want to check it out, I thought that was kind of like different.
Yeah,
it's a little bit
wetsuit,
different.
the devilfish. That's cool.
Week. Not somebody who's doing photography, but somebody who's doing kind of something a little bit different and creative, I thought.
Cool. And you're giving him credit and not like airbrushing out his name. Like,
I was going to put my logo on there and then reverse it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
And
As long as
then,
you
like,
reverse it,
and then
nobody
put
will notice.
sepia. But I didn't think that would be right.
So are you two in some kind of beard off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of them. Look.
Who's winning? Who's winning the beard off?
Not me.
Yeah, not you. No.
You're
Yeah,
coming
let's
in
get the measure out.
I got 10 inches, Super John.
I don't have a rule.
Where you at, Super John?
Come on, I know you.
How
we know
big is
you
it?
measure it. We know you measure it.
How big is a hand? Rick's is still longer. We'll see.
I think you guys, what you ought to do is you ought to use this action figure.
I hope you're watching the video and not just listening to the audio, everyone.
Yes, yeah.
It's real, Vern.
All right.
Yeah, dude's here. Yeah.
Yes, dude. Welcome.
All right. There's different. If you look, there's different levels of beards, right? Like no beard, 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh, that's right.
Shadow, beard,
Yeah.
beard,
To
beard.
be honest, I totally thought when dude came in, he'd be bearded out. Like,
Yeah, we thought he'd be just long too. That's why we grew these just for you, dude.
Yeah.
Because we thought yours would be this long, you know.
Canadian lumberjack.
We gotta keep it.
Well,
Jonathan, John wants
basically
to measure
Canadian,
your
right?
beard in vintage yoga.
I found like a good bang zone for divorced women is like a 5. Like if you put your beard shaver to about a 5. That's
Yeah, the 2-day I don't give a crap, but I really actually made it look like
yep.
this on
Yeah,
purpose.
that's a good zone right there.
And this is 3 weeks without shaving, by the way.
So we
So
call that the
Vern's
3-week
saying
shadow.
he can't grow a beard, is what
I
Vern's
cannot.
saying.
No.
The Asian beard.
Yeah. It truly is 3 weeks
Eric's
without.
still at the starting line.
All right. And this is what everybody really tunes in for. So we also do this thing, dude, I don't know if you watched the show ever before, but we do,
I didn't even know you had a show.
yeah. Every week.
Thanks for
I'll show you all the messages where I've been inviting him to come on. Anyways,
Well, dude, you don't know this, but he's making it all up. This is the first time we've ever. Like,
well, I got to tell you, you haven't missed much.
No,
Still no rules.
I mean the production value is great. I like the graphics.
All right, thank you. So, dude, there was some
the
problems.
hot or not and hot or cold was my idea.
Oh, nice. That was well done.
It used to look a little bit different, but anyways, this is the hot or not section where we're going to talk about the toys that are being peddled to us this week. We're going to show them, and we're going to talk about them, and we're going to probably decide that we don't want to buy like 90% of them.
Cleanliness.
And just remember, if you want these special emojis, you can join and become a channel member for as little as 99 cents.
What special emojis?
Well, if you're a channel member, you get special emojis like a hot and a fire and some other ones.
Oh, I see.
That's fancy, man.
Yeah.
I don't see them.
All right.
I think I already bought this. What?
So
Well, I already ordered it anyway.
they announced it. Well, we saw that previous packaging before, but they released the pictures this week and then put it up for pre-order like a couple of days later, right? So this is the new Hulkbuster that, and I was looking at the sizing of it and comparing it, and they have a picture next to one of the Hulks. So if you look at the size of the MCU one and the Hulk,
Your other left.
it looks like it's actually bigger than this MCU
It's
one.
supposed to be about 8 inches on the according
so
to the.
this one is.
You think?
This one's bigger.
Yeah,
than
the when I ordered it, the little about section said 8 inches tall.
Are you holding
Alright.
up the one
Think it's
from
talking
the
about the box.
MCU or the Build-A-Figure?
This is the double pack one that came with the
Iron Man?
I think it came
But
with
that was
the
a
Hulk,
build
right? The
figure
MCU Hulk.
before. It's the same. I believe it's the same as the build.
It's the same. I think it's the
Painted a little
same
better.
thing, but it's hold on.
It's a
but
cool
it's-
beefy fig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's got to be pretty big.
Is that the
Yeah,
3?
This one looks a bit leaner.
Size.
That's a 301 you're showing up.
No, you have the 3.0.
I
This is the Marvel Legend.
I love the 301. That
Yeah,
thing
this one's
is
the Marvel
one of my
Legend.
favorite pieces in my collection is the 3-0.
And that has metal. That's all metal.
See,
Too, right?
That's metal, dude. And I love it because it opens up, and then you could buy the other Iron Man, and the torso pops off, and you can put that in there. It's really cool.
Well, I thought this was kind of interesting because they did the head right for Tony Stark in there.
I like that they did that.
Yeah, and I saw your
too.
video, Vern, where you kind of faked it, and it worked. I thought. I don't think it looked wrong at all.
Because this head comes on. Oh, hold on, I'll do it again. Hold on, dude. You're gonna be.
You would know you're the head swapping king, right?
So it's got a regular peg on there. So if you wanted to, you could just stick any Marvel Legends head on there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You had one that was all geared up with like metal around the bottom and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It might look like.
It would look cool with the Hulk head.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got this version because it looks a little closer to like my animation cartoon style.
Yeah.
And I don't have one yet. I never bought a. Hi, how you doing?
I thought you
I
were
never bought one of these before, so that's
not to spoil the cartoon. But did Iron Man or Hulkbuster show up in X-Men '97?
Iron Man did.
Iron Man did. Captain America.
Did you watch that?
Cloak and Dagger.
Oh my god! Yeah, I think I've watched each episode 5 times.
Cloak and Dagger showed up in the thing.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, it was a
Black
nice
Panther.
cool little cameo.
That's cool.
Mr. Fantastic. We have Black Panther.
Was it John Krasinski or whatever?
Yeah,
No,
I
it
think
was
the
Morph.
version pretty cool too.
It was Morph turning into Mr.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Morph
Yeah.
turned into Mr. Okay.
Did he turn into Pedro Pascal?
No.
No.
So-
He turned into the Hulk.
Yeah, he turned into the Hulk once. Yep.
All right. So I saw some passes here. Then some people are saying it's hot.
And the Juggernaut.
Yeah, the Juggernaut.
Pass because of size. Almost a pass because of the price too. In a way,
how
for
much is
some
it?
people. I think it's 59 or something.
$59.
Like that.
That's a lot.
Yeah, or 49. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, and even more expensive if you try to order from Pulse UK, they marked it up.
Yeah.
I don't get how that works.
I don't know how that works either. But
it looks really cool. Like it looks like it's well done. You know what I mean? It looks cool, but like I mean, I don't know. Having the 3-0, like
you don't need.
That thing
No.
is
Yeah, if you've already got one, you don't need this one.
Right.
You know, but for me, I don't have one. I wanted it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one thing that disappoints me a little is that it comes in like their mainline black box.
Yes.
But they're calling it like a retro kind of comic version. So they could have maybe comic retro versions of box or put it in a big ass blister card like they did.
I expected it to be like they did with
Kingpin or
Kingpin or
Apocalypse.
Because that's technically
Yeah,
but that's technically the series it's from. Is that same that what they did with the other Iron Man ones?
Yeah.
You know.
But the thing is with this too, like they did that Bruce Banner Hulk pack, and that was pretty expensive when it came out, but nobody bought it and it dropped.
Now.
I mean, it went on clearance, and so
it's
I remember getting it
on
for
Hasbro Pulse, I believe.
So I have a feeling this will end up on clearance.
Yeah, maybe it will.
Yeah.
While we're still on Marvel, I didn't see it posted, but I saw some guys talking about it on YouTube late last night. A rumor from one of these YouTuber guys is that there is a Sentinel coming, but a 6-inch Marvel Legends version from one of the cartoons, because remember the last Marvel fan stream, they showed off a little tease of something, and it was a little boulder. It was like a little rock. And what this YouTuber guy was saying, I don't recall his name because I'd never seen him before. He's saying, oh, that rock is from that scene where this 6-foot tall Sentinels were fighting the X-Men. And because I don't know that whole storyline, I'm just taking that as a rumor for now. But I think that would be probably the best selling Marvel Legend ever for army building purposes. Like,
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I got the retro one.
Sentinels.
That retro carded one is actually really awesome.
Yeah, but I mean,
I got it on
it's
sale
meant
too.
to be big compared to little retro figures, right?
Yeah.
But so if they make a 6-inch like human-sized one, because I guess in the comics or the cartoons there was a bunch of human-sized Sentinels at some point in time that picked up rocks. So that's where this guy
picked up rocks.
That's where he got the rocks
So
from.
I only have
It was
one
the same
question:
shape
Are they
and
going to
everything.
follow with Star Wars and give them 3 rocks?
Yes.
And how about 2 rocks and a cup?
Okay, that's perfect. 2 rocks and a cup, or
More
3
yes,
cups and
please.
1 rock.
3 rocks, 1 cup.
A rock that will fit under the 3 cups.
With a cup holder.
Yeah, so you can play the game.
All right. Anyway, so then in not in the U.S. but everywhere else in the world, you can actively go out and get these archive figures. And just what we needed, an archive version of Grogu with his pram, because we didn't get enough Grogus packed into every single pack with a Mandalorian figure for you to have enough Grogus. And
it's weird they made, even throughout the series, they did make 2 or 3 different prams. Like,
yes,
why he needed to upgrade. Like, I never saw the previous little space.
well, one got
buggies get
destroyed,
damaged.
right?
Did it?
A few of
I
them-
guess it might have blown up with the Razor Crest, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of them got crushed in the sea beast, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now there we know. Now we know why there's so many prams.
Here's my problem with these. Like that Luke Skywalker, I know they just came out with this Luke Skywalker recently. I wish
Ahsoka.
that the archive Luke Skywalker was that Walmart exclusive that they did
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
With the brown
That was
cape?
hard to. That was hard to get.
Yeah,
the
that's
Jabba's
the
Palace
one.
one.
Yeah, that's the one I think
Yeah.
it should have been.
These will be even harder to get for you guys.
Well,
Well,
not
these were all
necessarily, 'cause I
these
know a
were
guy
all
in Canada.
mainline.
Well, I would like I'm really out of collecting mostly, but I would grab that Obi-Wan Padawan just because I have one in box and I'd like to have one to open, to go.
Oh,
with my
yeah.
camera.
And I think these card backs actually look better than all the packaging that they use for Black Series, except
I
for
do
the,
like this.
the
back.
retro card backs. Like, I like
The-
the card back with the bubble better than any box design they've ever done. I'm not
The
a
new
fan.
box, the new boxes look good. The
renderings you've
rectangular-
seen, I guess.
Yeah.
I
But the
do
only thing
like
different
this
is that they're
packaging
square.
for this archive. But you're right, dude. I would get that Padawan also,
Yeah.
just because I don't think I have one.
Yeah,
And-
Oh, really?
yeah.
And I don't get the point of releasing these everywhere in the world but America. I just
Well, because
I
they
don't
know
like that.
that if they
It
put them
makes
out
no
in the
sense
U.S.,
to me.
they're going to get people like me complaining. What do
It
I
just-
do?
it
that
makes no
for?
sense to me. Like, why
So-
are you limiting your sales to 50% of what you could have got?
Yeah.
Well,
Literally,
these-
got to be 50% of the world market for these kind of things.
so I think you can get these on Big Bad Toy Store. So I think they got some stock from people overseas.
I'm sure.
So
or
you
they
can't
just use an
so
international address.
if you want to get these, you can, but it's not the end of the world, right? Like,
Yeah, I
it's,
helped a couple people get
It
those
might be, Eric.
stormtroopers
It
from the
might
last
be.
wave.
Have you not seen
Yeah.
that movie with Julia Roberts?
What?
I don't know.
Pretty
The
one.
End of the
That
World
first,
movie.
that first international wave with
But-
Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, Bo-Katan, Luke X-Wing, it's still in GameStop here. Like, they weren't.
Yeah.
People
But-
weren't lining up to get them.
Like I said, I grabbed the Padawan Obi-Wan just
Yeah.
so I could have him to go with all that era
Yeah.
or the Phantom Menace figures.
I mean, I feel like and I feel like I just got that Luke.
You did because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still in
Yeah,
store.
these were all recent, relatively recent mainline.
Yeah.
The
I think
Obi-Wan's
that
the
Luke-
oldest one.
You might have pointed out, Vern, but I think that Luke, you can probably buy it on Amazon right now for $5 less than this pre-order that doesn't ship till like next Christmas.
Which is crazy because right now Hasbro's buying all those and putting them on these bubbles.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's probably cheaper than like manufacturing them and shipping them from China.
Yeah, because they got to ship them to China to get repackaged first.
Right.
Oh, dude! By the way, my Emperor Palpatine pre-order because those were the first Black Series figures I think I've ordered in a year. But I had to get. I mean, that Emperor
The
Palpatine.
throne. You got
The
the throne
throne
one.
Well, I got the throne, but the other one was the Darth
Oh,
Side. Sorry, yeah, the Sidious one. But yeah, I got the throne because I missed out on that the first time. So I got that, and I saw the Sidious, and the Sidious had a release date of June, and I'm like, no way, that'd be really cool. And then I got an email yesterday. Now it's December.
Yeah, there's in-hand
really?
pictures of the city in London.
Yeah,
today.
I'll
It
have
looks
more.
pretty good.
So I have some of the in-hand pictures.
Awesome.
At the
But
end
that
of these,
that
we'll take a look
Sidious looked. It was immediate. I'm like, yeah, dude, I need
Yeah.
that.
And that Emperor on a Throne re-release still hasn't been made available in Canada yet. As it's an Amazon exclusive, it's just been out of stock since the day they announced it. So that kind of, I do already have it, but I mean, it sucks for other people in Canada that want to buy it.
And
Yeah,
I didn't think they were charging too much for it either. Like
I thought it was actually a really good price. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 40 something, like $40 or 44. Like I was thrilled that it was reasonable. Yeah.
Rick, there's a YouTuber that has some inside information about the Emperor. He's gonna post a tweet right after the show explaining how that Emperor is not gonna be available in Canada. And he'll tag you in the post.
Okay, good. I don't get it, but
straight from the fact checker. Anyways, this is executive replicas. $350.
This is what's it a replica of?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's it?
The company. I
just saw the picture and downloaded it.
That's fantastic. That's a fair question. What is that a replica of?
What is this? Like, this is the Death Dealer or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Frank Frazzetta's Death Dealer and Steed.
And what's that from?
The company is called Executive Replicas.
No, but I mean, what's it a replica of?
Yeah,
no idea.
Death Dealer.
Right, and what's like who's on first? What's Death Dealer?
Comic book. He's a comic book character, kind of like Spider-Man.
Who's what comic though? Because I don't think I know who this is.
No, I don't either.
He's a well-known comic character if you're in the comics.
Okay, would you pay
like
$350?
Conan, but not fake Conan.
All right, anybody paying $350 for?
No,
for a replica. No.
So I think that means it's a statue and not an action figure toy.
I think this is actually an action figure.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's a comic at all. I think it's just artwork.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
that's what I think.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there's other companies that make Death Dealer action figures. My buddy has them all because it's a cool character to him.
is that Mythic Legions folks make them?
Well, it's the same. I don't think so. I think it's
was this a Frank Frazetta painting?
yes, that comic artist.
Sorry, Dan.
He also has those hot chicks that wear like a couple of strings and like Lady Death or whoever his characters are.
Yeah, that's a Frank Frazetta painting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jonathan saying like it's Frank Frazetta. Okay, I just think $350. Come on, that's why it's in here.
Way.
What? Yeah. What about this glow in the dark, you guys? Dude, you're the big McFarlane.
Great sculpt.
That's really cool. I already have a Killer Croc, but that's really cool.
Yeah, but this one's glow in the dark.
You know, I wonder if you actually made like a really cool blacklight display, because there's other glow in the dark figures. You could probably have a pretty like trippy display.
I can tell you, I have the glow in the dark Swamp Thing that they did, and it does not glow that well.
No.
Do you think they have a blacklight though?
Probably, but even with that,
it didn't.
They had like the brightest light shining on that thing for like hours. They had the camera ready to go. They said, "Turn off the lights." Click. They caught him at his brightest moment.
Yep.
And then they said, "Okay, get into Photoshop and make that look brighter."
Or they're shining a black light on it.
It is a weird gimmick though for a toy line that I think is mostly geared toward adult collectors, because I could be wrong being an adult, but I don't need glow in the dark things to be.
You're not wrong, but I had the glow in the dark Swamp Thing toys in the early 90s. So when that came out last year, I had to get that. Yeah.
That's cool if they did that. I know what you're talking about now.
I have the glow in the dark Batman Beyond special edition where it was like red, black, and white. And but I got that because that was special edition.
Old Kenner one?
No. They released it like maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay.
But it was a McFarlane special edition Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
There must be
McFarlane news coming up too.
This Fortnite figure glows in the dark, and I went in the closet one time to see it like lit up.
So you're saying you're now officially out of the closet?
No, it's on the shelf. I mean, one time just to see if the glow in the dark was functional. I held it up to the light and went in the closet, closed the door. I was like, "Oh, look, that's pretty cool." And then I walked out, and this is the last time I ever saw it glow in the dark.
You know,
another week and another whole bunch of McFarlane drops. The McFarlane,
the Marvel stuff you're talking about.
He's got to be like now the leader in action figures. With
they are.
Well, the Marvel stuff, those are just statues
for now. But once we get to that story, I've seen an interview with him where there's some more news and more stuff coming.
And those backgrounds are coming with the statues, right? That's
yeah.
going to be like a cardboard background that's
cool.
behind it in the box.
These are the ones you're talking about?
Yeah,
these are.
Yeah,
that's going to be a
shows.
cardboard background that comes in the box, right? So you can put it that
Oh,
way.
so Mcfarlane is making these?
Yeah. So
you got a license for Marvel now.
they're basically to celebrate his contributions to Marvel back in the day.
Well, here's where I'll
And
expand on that.
they're I think I read they're 1/10 scale statues.
Oh wow,
these
that's
ones
pretty
are.
good. Wow.
The cool thing about, like, say, this Spider-Man one is I can pull that Spider-Man off and use it with my, like, Marvel Legends if I wanted to just take a picture or something like that.
No, so yeah, the first two are based on McFarlane artwork drawings. So this particular Spider-Man was on a different cover. Why they're showing this comic is it's the wrong comic. So I think
they're showing this comic because this is the one that's included.
Well, that's where I think that's a mistake, because I saw an interview with it. The comic that's included is the one that actually has this on the cover, which is, I think, 301 Amazing Spider-Man, because 300 was the exact same artwork, but it was black suit Superman. So that comic came out first, and then the next issue was 301 in that suit. And then this is also a McFarlane drawing, so they kind of added the comic lines to this. But there is going to be other artists. It's not just McFarlane. So he showed a Deadpool, which is a Liefeld property.
Yeah, Liefeld Deadpool.
He's going to do his Hulk. There's going to be a Liefeld Deadpool. Cool. Chances are, like, there'll be a McFarlane Hulk, because he also drew the Hulk and many, many other characters. But he's left it open because he kind of keeps this a secret. His Marvel deal. So he hasn't contacted a lot of other comic artists to get permission to use them for upcoming figures. But this leaves it way open for other famous covers, like a Dale Keown Hulk cover, or other Mike Zapsik Wolverine covers. Like, there's so many great artists that
go back
these characters over the years.
This one,
but also, he hasn't ruled out that he's not doing articulated action figures. So he hasn't revealed his licensing deal, because there's no exclusive, things for Hasbro and because Diamond also makes like a 7-inch scale Marvel Legends series, but Marvel figures. McFarlane, I'm thinking maybe he's going to do some of the retro, like his Superpowers line. Because when that first came out, there was Marvel characters, and the first initial wave of, they might have been called superheroes at the time, but there was like a Spider-Man and a Captain America and some other characters. So I'm hoping he goes all in with these Marvel characters on that retro Superpowers line, because I think that would be super fun and affordable to collect.
Well, he would probably do the Secret Wars carded versions.
Yeah. Look, so some of the questions he was asked about doing multiple characters at the same time in a statue, like in this particular comic, you see Spider-Man in the background. And he said, yeah, for sure, we're working on that kind of stuff in the future. And because he's McFarlane, guaranteed he will make repaints and gold label variant versions. So it's pretty exciting news. And I think this is some of the biggest news in toy licensing over the past year. And in the same interview, he said all he's ever wanted to make was Marvel figures, DC figures, and Star Wars figures. So he only got the one left to go after. And he said now that he's in, Disney's house, because he's made Disney Mirrorverse and Avatar, all these properties owned by Disney. Now this is the big first test. How is he going to handle, our Marvel property that we owned? And I wouldn't be surprised to see him making Star Wars stuff in the next 3 years.
Well, we'll see. So I want to say,
I don't know how I feel about that.
Bender is saying, like, people are mad at Todd McFarlane for making the statuettes. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm not really mad about the statues. I think they look really cool. Rick said this is the biggest toy news this year. And I have only one question. Is it bigger than the Minions?
No.
So far, wait till the next Minions movie comes out, because they're starting the marketing on it now.
They just made it.
Do you guys remember? Oh, go ahead, Miss Art.
There's a big banana car for the new Minions.
Last week, Rick said that the Minions was the the biggest property on the in the world. That's what this is about.
Just Google it, man.
There's all kinds of toys at Target already.
All right,
So
anyways, dude, what were you saying?
Yeah. So do you guys remember how they came out with like the X-Men or the like the retro cell shaded?
Yep.
Like and it was a cool idea, but I didn't think it worked like the way they did it. Like this, I think actually does what they were trying to do with how they have the comic cell shading with it. Like I really like how they accomplished this first, because I just didn't think the Legends ones.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
so I think that's what you see here is more comic centric. The cell shading, it was more for the like animation.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you know what I mean? Like,
but this looks like it's ripped right out of the comic book.
yeah, it looks like it was done. I guess you're right, and you're
The
super
pencil-
nerd for pointing. You're a super nerd for making the distinguishment, and that's okay. But I guess what I'm trying to say is like they accomplished like the task.
The aesthetic, yeah. The penciling looks good, yeah.
Mhm.
And if you zoom in a little bit on the Spider-Man one, it does have that cell shading hand drawn effect. You just don't notice it. Like on his leg there.
Oh yeah,
there's some lighter blue muscle.
Rick. Though we don't sell cell shading though, Eric.
Well, comic shading, like those comics are all done digitally now, so it's pixel shading now. But I mean,
But they weren't done digitally
when he
back
drew
then.
it was with a pen.
The problem also, Rick, is that I don't have the cover that this matches to compare it to, because they're
just
they're
pull
showing
it
a
up.
different cover.
Amazing Spider-Man 301.
I think someone posted in the comments it was 301.
All right, and then all right. So you guys are all buying these statues. That's what I'm getting.
Negative.
No, I'm not, but I think they're cool.
It's my favorite Spider-Man cover.
They're going to be in your guys' homes. Rick's going to have 500 of those Spider-Mans behind.
No, but I'll wait for the Hulk.
All right.
I'll get a McFarlane Hulk. Absolutely, dude.
And this is the Atom, right? This is
Atom.
This is DC's version of Ant-Man.
Basically, yeah.
Except, he gets really small.
Oh, like the size of an atom?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he did it. He did it. He actually did it. He got that small before Ant-Man.
So
once this guy went that small, then Ant-Man went, oh, wait, we better go that small too.
So this figure comes with a little figure?
It does, yeah.
And a big one, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But which is like, is it a normal size figure and a giant figure, or is it a normal figure and a tiny
it's a
one?
7-inch figure and then half that, so 3.75 inch.
Okay.
Which is
Okay,
another.
so I had the same
scale.
question. I was wondering if this was a tall figure and then a normal figure.
No, it's the same 7-inch scale. But good point though, because now this new figure, this mini figure here,
They could have done a 3-pack.
It's now an 8th scale for McFarlane because it's not superpower scale. It's not page puncher scale. It's it's not.
Yeah, it's a new 8th
It's not
scale.
multiverse scale. It's
another scale. A whole nother scale for McFarlane. Yes.
Wait, he's not making an 8-inch scale?
No. Rick's always laughing that every time he comes out with a new figure, it's a different size. So he's got he's got 2-inch ones. He's got 2-inch ones, 3-inch ones, 5-inch ones, 6-inch ones, 7-inch ones. So now he's going to have a 4, whatever.
And all these statues are 6 scale, 8 scale, quarter scale. Now he's got a life-size Batman 89 cowl coming out. Like he's going all out, man. Of course, he's a Batman lover, but he's also a Spider-Man lover. So everything that he's ever done to the date for DC side of comics, I expect him to eventually do it on the Marvel side of comics, because he was that impactful of an artist on the Marvel side of things before on top of anything else, even his own Spawn Image comic stuff. But I mean,
what if he did his traditional 7-inch scale, but all the figures were kind of, Eric, what's the right term? Penciled?
Yeah.
No, I just want to be accurate. But
Ninja Turtles did that pretty well, didn't they?
You know what I mean? If the whole line was like that, where it had that shading in it, and then that's how, you know what I mean? So because his figures would look different than Legends, but it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like it'd be roughly similar. So this would be a really cool way to make it stand out, and they could all be based on like his drawings or other artist drawings. I think that would be a cool line to collect.
There's so many characters though, right? It's crazy.
The one thing that's pulling me out with this is posture the arms. It's like I'm not sure. Like, can you just not move your elbows in? Like,
Right.
are the lats that big? That
Yes, check him out.
Yeah.
I have
He works
I have the
out.
same problem, Eric, when I'm walking around.
He looks like he's carrying groceries.
It does look limited, Eric. His lats are on the butterfly joints. I'm looking at the figure on GameStop's website for pre-order, and Rick, it is 7-inch, so rest easy on that.
Yeah, I think I would put plastic bags full of groceries in each hand.
I know, it'd be awesome.
Make him feel like he's coming up. Yeah.
Give it an
Have
hour.
like a baguette. Have a
Vern will
baguette
have
sticking
that-
out of one
Vern
of
will
them.
have that
Yep,
meme
the
up in an
baguette
hour.
sticking out.
Vern's gonna crank that out as soon as we're done.
I am. That whole beard conversation.
Wait, but I gotta be credited for that.
Yeah.
That's my contribution for the whole day.
All right, and then Spirit and Superman and an eagle.
Eagle.
Why?
And that's a huge chin. Well, the face is just so
terrible.
small, but that head is like 40% chin.
Oh my god. He called the N-word
Wait,
penis.
what is this from?
The Jay Leno Superman.
Dude, he's got a penis chin.
I don't know, whatever it says on the box, like Kingdom Come or some other.
Honestly, like that's a it's
Why does
it's
he have
so
an
bad.
eagle?
It's funny.
Why does
Vern's
he have
getting
an
it just
eagle?
for the eagly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think
say.
I think I have this cover.
Did Superman steal Eagly from Peacemaker?
Oh, dude, that could
there
be
is a cover
easy.
where he stands there with an eagle, right?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
that's the cover. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
But this, again, like when he makes his DC multiverse figures, he's pulling these from anywhere. Like there's no like he has his series, Batman 66, or he has his little series. But like the 199 different Batmans he's done, and the 195 different Supermans he's done, like they're all from. It could be a cartoon, it could be a movie. Like now he's getting into all the vehicles from the Batman movies. Like they've got no leash on him. Like he's pretty much allowed to do whatever he wants on the DC side.
Obviously.
Yeah, well,
Obviously.
the
I
Michael
totally
Green.
expect it.
I think
totally
it's from
expect
the
it like
Michael
Marvel
Green.
Flag. They're gonna let him do whatever he wants.
Have at it, Todd. Whatever you want.
It's the Michael Green run of Superman,
okay.
Batman stuff. See how the chin is all.
Yeah, but where's the eagle?
Huge.
Yeah.
Well,
Where's the eagle?
I mean, you got to look at a different cover, but I mean, yeah, the Michael Green run when he was doing, I've got that whole run. They were good comics.
All right.
So it's
The
like if
other thing
Hasbro
with
gave
Garth-
Rick an unlimited Hammerhead license.
I don't see
Yes.
anybody run. Yeah, I will tell you this though. Okay, so on multiple occasions, I've gone to McFarlane's website and I go to their little PR link where it says, "Hey, send us an email if you want to get on our PR list or whatever." And every email I've ever sent them gets bounced back to me saying that I'm blocked.
Yeah, because everybody doesn't like you.
And I'm like,
Especially Todd. But Todd also mentioned in the interview I saw yesterday was when he does these statues, that's the first thing he's doing. There's a wave of statues. I think they showed Deadpool and one other character in a panel. But he mentioned that they're not just going to be covers because sometimes that interior page or that that big two-page spread is the best artwork in the whole comic. So some of them will be based on just whatever the best artwork in that particular character is. So
the statue that I would want is John Stewart Green Lantern, where he's holding Hal Jordan laying on the ground with his power ring. That cover. That's what I want. That would be like my first statue ever.
He did mention his first two-figure statue might be someone carrying someone else on his shoulder.
Nomad.
So
yeah,
I think he should do the dead Supergirl from Crisis.
Or what's the other?
Oh, where he's holding her,
where she's just dead.
And there's a dead Spider-Man cover, and there's a dead Superman cover. Like there's a lot of dead superhero covers. But would they be your favorite statue to own?
No,
probably not.
No, but I would like that Green Lantern. And speaking of green, here is Left Coast Graphics.
Oliver Queen.
I love the colors on this one.
Yeah, it's good.
That is really cool.
Kermit the Frog here.
Where's my?
Oh,
here you go. There's my longbow hunters right there.
Nice.
That's a very comic book green. Oliver
Yes.
Queen
How does that longbow work without a string on it, though? I'm curious.
magic.
But he's not magic, though. He's
Have
just a
you
regular
watched
dude.
Dungeons and Dragons? When he pulls back,
This isn't
it turns
Dungeons and
into a-
Dragons.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
energy bows. Yeah.
Because the original Kenner ones, it worked.
You
Like
guys-
they had a string and you could pull it and it would shoot the little arrows. Same with the Robin Hood line. They had working
yeah, but you know, Rick,
crossbows, like little pew.
Yeah, and they poked kids' eyes out and shot
Hold
down
on.
their throat and made them choke to death.
so I have this idea that when people walk around with that type of a bow and they're like walking through the forest or something, they're getting rid of, they don't typically have the string attached yet. Like when they get to a spot where they're going to use it, they put the string on. The string is not always taut on the bow, right? Don't
So
they?
do you often see guys walking in a forest with a longbow?
Yeah, because the way those bows are made, right?
Like
Like
what
on
Lack
the
You can't
end,
do
there's
that in
like a
Canada.
split, and the string has like a knot, and you pull it over, and then it holds it, right? So, like when
Yeah.
you're just running around, you might not want to have a string on there.
Like
What?
what if something goes down and you need it? You got to be like, excuse me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You got to be good enough to
Like Hawkeye.
one, be able to string that up, draw an arrow, and you got to do that all in like 0.7 seconds.
Remember,
And you
this
got to
is-
be able to make the critical decision on whether
is
or not to
fantasy,
release
that
that
one.
arrow.
Remember, this is all fantasy. This is not real.
But okay, so this is an action figure though. It would look cooler if it had
With
bow
the string, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would look really cool. I think this one would be cool if it came with like two options that attach to it, right? Like just
Oh
like
yeah, like
string,
you.
and then maybe like a drawn one with an arrow, but like something that like maybe would
You know,
attach.
it actually might. Like there is other pictures of it. These are just the glamour ones.
Yeah, these are the glamour.
Because I'm sure
shots.
there's other hands and
Yeah.
maybe there's one with showing his teeth, different heads.
The bow
Right.
looks cool though.
And then
Like
NECA.
this. This looks great.
Are you guys? Well, Dino was here. He would said, "I already pre-ordered this, and now I had to pay shipping 4 times."
Yeah.
Every week.
And then when I got it, it broke in half.
These are. I love the soft goods, man. They're getting really good at these.
Yeah, this looks
You
good.
can't
I'm not
beat-
really into the NECA, but I mean, to get
That's
this
cool.
guy and then be able to have a shovel, that would be really cool.
I know. Getting the shovel, that's the top-notch thing.
What's great about the soft
is
goods is you
Dracula
can't
need a
see their
shovel?
diapers.
Do you think those candles glow in the dark?
No.
I think anything glows in the dark would be a.
But you
Shine
got to
a
be
light on
careful of that one, because if the fire gets down too far, it could light your whole place up.
This one where when the wax is down below the little rim of where the wax is supposed to be held, I don't know how the wax gets below that.
It
How do you
fills
see
up
wax?
and
I see
flows
fire.
That's the
over.
whole point of having that little cup thing is
It
that
filled up and flowed
Tilted.
over.
but
It was windy
how
when
did
they
it
made that
fill up
design.
from like an inch of candle.
Because it was the second candle he used. He didn't dump out the old wax.
You got to answer for everything.
He didn't dump out the old wax. He just
Maybe he puts a larger candle in that one, and that one's just been more.
yeah.
All
Or
right.
both candles were longer, and yeah,
By the
it's just-
window. It's when there's a
it's-
draft by the window.
Yeah.
That's
This
the
does look
tipping
good though.
point.
I have to admit this looks good.
Looks cool, yeah.
One of the better looking figures, I think.
Yeah, it looks a lot like
Look,
Christopher
like-
Lee.
When I see
I-
this, I'm like, why can't they do Marty McFly and Doc Brown with soft goods?
Yeah.
Like Doc Brown just gets a white painter suit, one of those overalls,
Right.
and Marty McFly just a puffy vest and some denim jeans. Like, because these are all like even those. What is it? The Thing. The Thing has some figures
Yeah.
with soft goods too, don't they?
When I saw this, I immediately said to myself, I wish they would do Fright Night.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Characters, yeah.
Yeah.
This is, what scene this is from? This is from the scene when Christopher Lee walked up and said, this contest cannot be settled by our knowledge in the dark side. It must be settled with our knowledge of shovels. And then he was like, with the shovel.
Cannibal.
There was a Star Wars reference in there, I think.
Why does
What?
Dragon
Count
shoot a
Dooku.
shovel?
What are you talking about?
I'm just messing with you. Anyways, okay. And on a lighter note, Rick has ordered all of the Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle Rock?
Dude,
Yeah.
I am a little Douger lover. Like
I would get these.
Like I saw this picture pop up yesterday, and I got so hard. Like,
whoa!
The packaging is awesome. It's recycled paper, and it looks like rock. Like that is brilliant.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
You can edit that part out, right, Vern?
They lived.
I'll leave it.
They lived underneath that guy's house where the dog was.
But I think there's a couple companies that make
Sprocket.
Doogers because they're so expensive. The Doogers were some of my favorite Muppets ever.
Who makes these? This is not Super 7, right?
This is Boss Fight.
Okay,
Boss
Boss
Fight,
Fight's
yeah.
doing it. So they're going to be actually fairly decent figures then.
Yeah.
I don't own any, but yeah, they look great.
Hey,
Well,
they do have a sprocket.
Those
Necro.
Popeye ones that they did, I watched a couple of reviews and stuff. They seem like they're done really well. So I'm like thinking, this is
Well,
going to
now
be...
they just unveiled a new Popeye smaller series on card backs, which I think I put in a group too. But yeah, they're cool characters. But again, like Popeye is older than me. It's older
much
than
are
me
these?
and Super John and Vern together.
How
Like-
much are these?
I don't know. They might have been 30 something bucks, I think.
40. The sprocket is 45.
Ooh.
What?
How come they don't make Snork stuff? Like, they make Fraggle Rock, they make Smurfs. I want Snorks.
So the 2 packs are 40.
I think Snorks is like the same company that made Raccoons, that Canadian company. Maybe that's the reason.
No,
Get the rights.
single figure is 40. So those 2 packs.
From Boss Fight.
Yeah, hold on, maybe.
Yeah, it's
okay,
not
I'm
cheap.
looking at Gobo. I'm sorry. Yeah, Gobo is 40. So yeah.
That's a lot, man. That's for
Yeah,
what
Like
I'm
I said,
guessing
Superman's
is
older than Rick, but he's not older than me.
6 inches figure, I guess, right?
Yeah. I think if they're the Boss Fight, these I think are going to be closer to like 5 inches or 6 inches or something. That's what I think.
It doesn't have a scale.
It's a cool property. Like it's, I'm
These
sure it'll
should
do
be-
quite well.
These should be 1-to-1 scale then, if they're living under the house.
The Doozer
Yeah,
should be
that's
for
right.
sure.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that's how big they, right? They should.
yeah.
That's why I like Doozers, because they're literally like they're in real, because they're real, right? They're real people.
Yeah.
But they're this big.
They live under
All
my
right,
house.
let's see. Boss Fight, they're showing them on this
Down
guy on
Fraggle
eBay from
Rock.
2023 is
Yes.
3-inch scale. The ones from 2023.
Okay.
Which are, so if they're 3 inches, then
Same company?
yeah, it looked like Boss Fight.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
But the packaging choice I thought was great. Like it works so well with people that live under in the dirt, right?
Yeah.
It does.
Right. And then McFarland again pulling a rope it up because they came out with the whatever this bat tank thing is, and then they came out with a camo version.
Is that the official name? The Bat Tank thing?
I don't know. What is it called?
Is it the Tumbler?
Yeah. Isn't it
The Tumbler. There you go.
the Batmobile?
I don't think I have a picture of the non-camo version.
Does it come in black?
Doesn't it come, isn't there like a regular black one and then they came out with this
Yeah,
one?
the black version is McFarlane exclusive, and this one is Amazon exclusive. So,
Yeah.
which
So
is
you-
weird because wouldn't this sell kind of well inside like a Walmart store or a KB Toys,
Yeah.
or, a toy
Probably.
store?
It probably not going to sell that well inside of KB Toys.
You know what I mean?
Nothing's going to sell inside of KB.
Not going to sell in
Yeah,
Toys R Us at all.
How much is that?
I think they're
$100?
69 bucks, I think.
That's not
Well,
that
the other one's 69 bucks, but it comes with a figure. This one doesn't come with a figure, so it'll
doesn't come
probably
with
cost
Bane?
$10 more. No,
Wait,
it
this
says
doesn't come with
figure
Bane?
not included.
Oh, does it say that? Darn it.
On another picture. Yeah, it probably does right there.
I keep waiting for him to do the
Game figure
animated
sold
series
separately.
Batmobile. I want the
Yeah,
animated
That's
series.
what I
Batmobile.
want.
That's no good.
Yeah.
That's
It'll,
what I
it'll
want.
happen.
I would buy that one for sure.
He will
Yeah.
make, I guarantee you this, he will make every Batmobile that exists.
Yeah.
I hope
Well,
so.
that's like about 300 of them then.
Come on, man.
Do you know how many different Batmobiles there were in
movies,
the
there's
comic
just
books?
5.
Yeah, but you know how many different ones were in comic books? That's what you said. Every one
Well,
that
what-
exists.
Every
That's
Well, what do you
single
what
one.
what do
That's
you
what
think
he
is up?
said.
12.
What do you think would be up next? The Pattinson Batmobile or animated series?
It's got to be
Animated.
because the animated's more. The three most popular ones are the 89, the animated, and then
It'll be
This
the
one.
animated Kenner style one that we thought
and
of as having.
he did the TV show already, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he's got
Yeah,
the
but the TV show one, he
I'd
did
like
it
a Batwing,
in
though.
that off 6-inch
Yeah, the 5.5
Batman
inch
66
scale.
scale, right? Do you think he
Yeah.
comes out with like a TV version for his 7-inch figures?
I
don't
don't.
know.
That's where I get a little bit confused with Mcfarlane and all the DC stuff.
Be right back.
I think his Batman 66 license has to be in that 5.5 inch scale because he doesn't do power, superpower scale of Batman 89 really. Like he made a black and yellow one, but it wasn't classified as Batman 89. But he did Batman 89 for his 7-inch figures, but he didn't do, Batman 66 ever in his 7-inch figures. So
That's okay though.
maybe he does have. Well, I would love a Batman 66 in a 6-inch scale, but I mean, he doesn't make 6-inch scale. He makes 4-inch, 5.5-inch, and 7-inch.
But I think if he did that 66 Batmobile in the 7-inch ish scale, I could use it with my 6-inch figures because
absolutely.
honestly, these GI Joes are not 100% 112. They're a little bit over, so they're more like, to me, like a 111 scale.
Well, do any of you own the Batman 89 McFarlane one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the second version.
It's pretty cool quality, right? Like rubber
It's
tires
awesome.
and
I
everything.
love it.
It's all right.
But do any of you own that Batman 66 Batmobile he made?
I
Yes,
do.
Because it's worth like a nickel. Like it costs like $1.33 Canadian to make. It's really cheap compared to. But I've never seen the
It looks good though for what it just sits on the shelf and it looks good.
Yeah.
But it's a different, it's like a different kind of
And
factory.
I have the Superpowers one too that he did, the new one.
All right.
So I guess they all have their own collectors in mind.
Yeah. What is this, Rick?
This is the characters of the Skeleton Crew revealed on this.
What is this ingot?
It's a coin. It's a square coin.
Okay. Anybody
weird.
interested in a square limited edition coin?
No.
No, but it's your first look at young Max Rebo type creature.
Oh, I will tell you that I do collect stuff like this, but I don't think I'll collect this because the Skeleton Crew, what is it? But I will tell you one of the coolest things that I did when I was at Galaxy's Edge was in the Droid Factory place or whatever, they have a gift card, which is a coin. It's
I got that. Yeah.
Credit.
That's cool.
It was like $100 and then you had $100. So I bought it when I first got there.
Yeah, I got that too. Yeah.
And then I used it
got
to
one of
like
those.
buy all my stuff that day. And then
Yeah.
it was like another collectible.
Those used to not cost anything extra. You just buy the gift card. Now they're charging a premium for those types of
Like
gift
$10,
cards.
right? They charge $10.
Or it's
5 to
free
10
and
or
actually give it
something.
to you on an actual piece of card, right?
Right. But it's actually a piece of
It's a metal. Bituin.
it's a metal.
It's called it's a Bituin Spira.
Yeah.
Is the
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of a cool
Currency.
extra way to get like.
But when I got it, you didn't have to put $100 on it. I remember. I think I did. I think I put like $200 on it because I knew I was going to spend that much in stuff.
Yeah, I
So
used it.
But I don't think they had. I don't even remember them saying they had a limit. But
No, I used it for buying like when we went to the little cantina and we bought our
Ogas,
drinks there. I bought food.
I bought all my
used it.
souvenirs with it. Yeah. But,
I thought about making a Left Coast token that I could sell or give to people at conventions, and then they could later use if they wanted to. Oh, you can mail this to me, and I'll mail you the super secret next pin or something. It's a neat idea. I like the challenge coin trading swag kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You should do that. And
Could
then
happen.
you can send me a box of them, and I'll hand them out at Comic-Con.
yeah.
that droid looks kind of weird though, and it's got skulls.
Yeah, the
on
droid
right
is
of it.
because the droid is not something I've seen in any still photos.
That's
or
not the
behind
medical droid?
scenes.
Nah.
Don't know. This is the first appearance of that character that we've seen.
It looks like the top of the medical droid's head and then Grievous's mouth.
And see, Darth Vader's in this too. You see him he's the walking up the hill on that little spot above
No, he
the
is
skull's
in the
heads.
background. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But in this show, I just want to see the little blue creature. That's all I care about. Wielding a lightsaber, hopefully. And then in the Acolyte, I just want to see freaking a Wookiee wielding a lightsaber. Like there's two characters that I'm concerned about. Not concerned, but
Are you talking about
excited to see
Acolyte
on
again?
screen.
Did you mention Acolyte again?
Right? Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
you can
Rick,
edit that part.
Rick,
Edit
did you
that part
watch? Did you watch any of the further adventures of Shin Hati in Star Trek Discovery?
No.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
What's the
so
Star
Didn't you think that was really strange? Like
No,
Star
because-
Wars comes out with a character Shin Hati, and then
No,
Star Trek
John,
makes
because
one that
Star
looks
Trek was-
exactly the same.
Star Trek came first.
I'll take
Anyways,
Ninja Turtles for
here
500,
is
Alex.
The toy duo. Oh, here is the Mondo soft vinyl Ninja Turtles, which I think look pretty good. I'm never going
I
to
think
get
they
them.
look
But
great.
if you're a big Ninja Turtle fan and you want like a giant one that's 8 inches, there you go.
I'm not a turtle fan, but these look pretty cool. I like Safubi stuff.
Yeah. All right, and then
These
what about
two,
this
same company,
Godzilla? This is from the movie, right? Like the last Godzilla movie, because obviously he's wearing his cast or whatever that his
Nintendo Power Glove.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
Hulk
movie
Buster
went. This
armor.
movie went so far over the top. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I haven't
Just-
seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I would definitely want to watch it.
The
So
toys
he
are
has
cute.
a high-tech glove, but then carries a bone.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
effective.
kind of badass though.
Yeah, but they
made
don't make him a big
He's a savage.
board.
Think of what kind of animal has a bone that size, right? So that means he killed that animal.
No, it's
Ripped
not.
his
It's
flesh
from
off.
the.
Rick.
It's from the past. It's from the
It's
first
the
time.
axe from
Yeah,
Godzilla X Kong.
yeah. When he battled Godzilla, he took his scale and put it on a club.
I'm just noticing this now. This one says 10 inches. Those Ninja Turtle Mondo Safubis were 8 inches. Like, why not make them all the same? Like,
Well, Ninja Turtles are like tiny, live in a
Yeah,
sewer.
these
If
are
they were-
kaiju.
so there's
These
a
are
2-inch
kaiju.
difference
Yeah,
between
if
a
they were as
tiny
big as
turtle and a
these
giant gorilla.
Yes,
this
these are
actually-
kaiju.
To be completely honest, I think that these should be like the Shogun Warrior size,
Oh, I
Yeah,
see
they
even
should
bigger.
be. Yeah.
and they should be made like the Shogun Warrior figures.
Well, the Safubi is a little different because it's hollow, softer kind of
Well, so are the
plastic, right?
yeah, but the Shogun Warriors are just a hollow, harder plastic, so they could just.
But they're not Safubi.
But they're almost the same type of plastic, honestly.
The Safubi means soft, vinyl, bigger, or something like that.
All right.
It's Asian. I don't know Asian, Vern. Come on.
I don't know what Sofubi means. I don't think that's actually what it
It means
means.
soft vinyl figure. Is what it means.
I actually don't think that's what Sofubi means.
I'll bet you. Hey,
Get
Google.
Get out the Google.
Are you
It's
Googling
a
it?
hollow. It just says it's a type of, but I think it's. Oh yeah, it's a combination of soft and vinyl. There you go. All right, I'll give you
Thank
that
you.
one.
Thank you
Greg.
very much. I'm here all
What about-
day.
Are these Boss Power Stars? Who makes these? Power Stars?
No, it's still Boss Fight Studio, but these are like Ninja Turtle size. These are like 5.5 inches as opposed to their other line that are like 6 to 7 inches.
Oh, okay. But these look cool because they're on like cards.
That's what I thought when I downloaded them. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
these are cool. These are 3.75 inch scale. Then I'm like, why are they $40 each or whatever they were?
But Universal just closed the Wimpy Burger at the cartoon place.
But
Yeah.
he'd gladly pay you Tuesday if you give him a hamburger today.
Did you guys
I was
realize
so-
we were the victim?
I was so sad about
of
that.
Lynch's children.
But I'll let you all know something about licensing. This license is almost free. It's basically one of the cheapest licenses you can get to produce anything in a planet. As far as
because it's
nostalgia, cartoon.
almost irrelevant. Like the people who know about
Yes.
Right.
Popeye are like, I
Right.
barely know about Popeye.
What?
But you guys realize Popeye was just spinach propaganda, right?
Yeah,
It was the government's way of trying to get us to eat spinach.
yeah.
It's all true.
It is, and this hamburger dude was just a way to teach you how to get something for nothing.
And
I just want the accessories, little hamburgers, a little can of spinach.
a duck.
Hey, I want to get Rick riled up. These boss fight place. I'm looking these up while you're showing that, Vern.
Yeah.
They have scales. They have 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch figures. They can't make up their mind either.
Yeah, they just can't.
But maybe you do it
No,
like
they
that
can't.
for a year, and whichever one's your best-selling ones, one you stick with. I don't know. But the card backs look great because everything
do
else,
look
I'm
good.
assuming, is in a box.
The pictures are weird though, because I was trying to crop them down and I realized they were all taken from an upward angle.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not straight up.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. All right, and then this is the Operation Monster Force. This is
It's hacks too, isn't
Monkey
it?
Fiction or Fiction Monkey or
Yeah,
Fresh
Monkey
Monkey Fiction.
Oh, is it Fresh Monkey?
Yeah. So more of their Monster Force, Operation Monster Force, because there was a Monster Force.
And
they
great
look pretty good.
photos. I'm going to call out the great photos. They have great photos for these figures, whether we buy them or not.
Yep.
Why can't Hasbro Star Wars team take cool photos? They're like the only team left of all the action figure lines that don't take cool photos now.
Star Wars.
They do. They do for their GI Joe
Yeah,
classified.
GI Joe.
And their Power Rangers they do, and Transformers they do. Every line they do, except the Star Wars team. They're just all
Right.
black background or red fade to black.
Right,
vintage collection.
Because they can.
Of course they can.
Well,
the same
part of
photographer is in the same building. Like some of these people work for them full time.
Part of the reason why you got a company like Fresh Monkey Fiction taking pictures like this also, in my opinion, is because they're smaller. So they want to make sure that they get their product recognized. And if it gets recognized because of a really cool action figure photo, then that's going to draw some attention, right? So that's part of their
smart marketing, in my opinion, as someone who works in that department a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it
When you
helps
look at-
you sell. It's a selling tool.
When you look at Hasbro not doing that for Star Wars, it makes me feel like they don't want Star Wars to do well.
Which is weird, right?
I'm telling you, they don't. I'm telling you, they don't.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
John thinks that they want the licensing costs to go down, so they're trying
Yeah.
to force.
They just want to hand us over to Todd McFarlane. Here you go, Todd.
Yeah.
No, they're
They're
going to
Star
come.
Wars sandbox now.
They want to go back to Hasbro with poor sale numbers and say, "Listen, this line isn't doing as well, so we can't. It's not worth as much." And trying to convince them that when they do a renegotiation, that they get the license for cheaper.
It ain't gonna work.
Right. Right. So this is the Jada. This is the Target exclusive one. That's why it's in red, because Target.
That's a Street Fighter character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chun-Li or whatever. This is
Stacked.
the Target exclusive version. So
Those are thighs, man. Jesus.
yeah.
So
Well, that's
I don't-
pure
I
muscle.
don't-
Pure muscle.
Vern, I have to go. I don't want to go. I've been trying to hold off as long
All
as
right,
I
well,
can,
you're-
but I gotta go. He's bugging me. So
Okay. All right, John. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next week.
See you, John. It's good to see
bye
you,
bye,
John.
guys.
Happy
right.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Memorial Day. All right.
When
Now
is
we
your
know
holiday?
this.
Friday or Monday?
What?
Monday.
Monday.
Okay. We had last Monday was a holiday here in Canada.
Do you want to tell us which holiday it was, or is that it?
We Love America Day. It's called.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I think it's called Victoria Day.
Secret Canadian holiday.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they add holidays all the time, so we have one like every month now.
Communist.
All right. And then they had some in-hand pictures. This is from some convention in London or
MC
England or something like that.
MCM Comic Con.
Yeah,
So-
I'm looking at in-hand pictures of the Acolyte Wave too.
All right, so I just pulled a couple down. What I really wanted to focus on is this Leia, because I know that they pipelined a new Black Series Leia, and the reason why I pulled this down is because I'm hoping that the new Black Series Leia will be like this, where it won't be some oversized soft goods robe. I don't know how
I
you
didn't
guys
mind
feel
the
about
soft
it.
goods on the version, the initial release of Leia. She just had that monkey face that was in their first year of making Star Wars Black Series. They don't have that digital and tampo technology for the face paint, which they do on all the figures now, even 3.75. But
I mean,
so anything they do now in a Leia, we know has a better face.
but I mean,
what I would
honestly,
love is do real hair like the vintage doll did.
If you're gonna do, I mean, come on, what you think that looks fantastic?
Oh, that is
No, but I don't think it could look much better.
pristine.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd much rather have.
I think
It looks good for such a small figure.
But-
I'll give it that.
I picked this up because I want to put it in the Falcon I've got, but I'm not sure how with the molded dress. I'm not sure how well that's gonna.
Can you go
it might
back to
not
the
sit
previous
very
photo?
well.
Can you go back to the carded photo of this? Yeah, so the one thing I'm calling out on is like I love the package design. As you know, I'm a Kenner guy, but that plastic hood being right in the middle of the pill bubble there just kills this.
You think they should have put it on the head?
Or hide it
Or
behind
behind it.
Okay, yeah,
because
that
that's
makes sense.
not in the digital render that everyone pre-ordered. Now they're like, oh yeah, well, boom, we're gonna throw this in a bubble. So it's I don't know.
All right.
I don't think it looks great.
All right. I'm going to share my screen with some other figures that I didn't get into the slideshow, but these are the Monster Mayhem from NECA. These are the American Werewolf in London.
John Kessler.
They look good, man.
They got lots of heads, I guess, right? And parts.
They have like this
Oh,
different
that's
version.
cool. This movie scarred me as a child, by the way.
Yeah.
David Kessler.
Oh my god.
David Kessler, Jack Goodman. That's the other one.
And then this is I love the fact that they have the decomposition looks fantastic.
Wait, is
Yeah,
that
so
are
that's
those in the
3 different
singles or
heads.
is that in the 2-pack?
I'm guessing it has to be a 2-pack because the jacket's different. I think maybe this hold on.
And the hands, and it's got 3 different heads.
I think maybe
Man.
these two come together,
Okay.
and then I bet you like this guy comes with this head too.
Yeah, because it's 2 different
Yep,
heads.
they are. Yeah.
And then
You know
this
what? I saw that on the front page of Big Bad Toy Store, and I didn't click on it. I think mostly because I didn't want to try to want it, but yeah. Now I do.
you didn't click on it because you might want it.
And they've been getting lots of exclusives, so maybe the damaged version is exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. Like, I'm not sure.
I think they look good, man.
But yeah, you're right. It's got both figures and it's only $69.99, so that's the price of 2 NECA figures.
Yeah. So is it so this is everything comes in this 2-pack?
Mhm. Yep.
How did they
2
change the jacket?
torsos. Might be a soft overlay, like a soft rubber overlay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the piece here.
But it's the hands too. That's
Yeah.
That's
It's on Big Bad.
It looks like, I don't know, man. I can't. The jacket looks loose enough that it could be a removable piece.
Because it's also the neck and
Yeah.
the shirt underneath, so it would be the
Yeah.
whole torso.
it's like a complete waist.
But
the
it's
knapsack
definitely-
is a different color.
It's 2 completely separate arms. So if you can think about this, right? You take the arms off, take the jacket off.
Slide the overlay out.
You're going to take the arms off anyway. So you take the jacket off, replace it with the new jacket, pop on the new arms. You got
Okay, so it's one deal. Oh, he's got a huge backpack, like a hockey bag.
Nearly, yeah.
Yeah, these look good, man. Look.
It's good because they got that 1979 style hair. Like it's,
Man,
I don't know. I
That-
think
that
that's
scene-
a pretty cool callback.
got to be the most gnarly transformation scene ever.
It's like patting him on the shoulder. Hey, buddy.
All right, I got to find that packaging. These look good, man.
I didn't see
Not
the
to-
packaging.
Not to
How often
change
does-
this.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so see what I'm saying? Like, pop the arms off, the jacket probably comes off, that other one slides on.
Oh yeah, once the arms come off, the jacket just slides up, huh?
Very cool. Has NECA done other figures with swappable arms and heads and stuff?
I don't know.
Swappable necks.
Because
It's
I've
got
got
a whole different neck peg.
I've got some, Schwarzenegger figures, like some Terminators and Commandos and some Aliens, RoboCop, Marty McFly, but none of them have like extra heads or arms or So that's if they're getting into that game. That's probably a good thing. Maybe their plastic is less fragile.
Yep.
So people can do that.
Let's not give them too much credit.
Dino already broke it somehow, and they haven't even made them yet.
I was watching Dino's. He went to a garage sale. I was watching his video that he posted up today, and I was messaging him going, "You didn't look at that portable JVC VCR that was right next to that fish finder or whatever thing that you highlighted, because that thing looked really cool." And then I was like, "You didn't even bother walking over to those stereo components to see what they were." And
do you still have stereo components? Anyone?
Do I?
Yeah,
I have one from the 70s downstairs. It's a tuner with a receiver in it. And
I remember being into all that stuff in my late teens, early 20s. Now it's all obsolete now, right? Like it's iPhone.
As long as it still works, you plug speakers in.
No, I know, but
you can listen to the radio.
Like I don't think you can go to Best Buy now and buy a receiver.
You can throw on Howard Jones.
I know you can buy.
And no one is to blame.
It's more likely that you're going to get like Sonos speakers that connect
dual cassette
wirelessly.
player recorder. You remember you needed dual cassettes, right, for your mixtapes.
Oh, dude, that was about. And then I got it upgraded to the CD player with the dual cassettes.
Yeah.
So you could record your CD music onto your cassette tape.
Well, think of how we evolved. We would record songs off the radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we would record like a tape from a tape and make a mixtape, and then we evolved the CD. So we downgraded the CD into a cassette.
I remember calling the radio station.
That way.
That's all MP3.
Do you guys ever call the radio station just hoping that
yes.
Hey, can I like to request
right?
Queen of Hearts?
I remember
number 99.
I remember being in 4th grade and we got on I think it was B96. We called and requested I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston, and then they played it for us.
Then they blocked you so you couldn't phone again?
No, I mean we were 10. So
so you really did want to hear Whitney.
Dude, you can put Whitney on right now, dude. Who doesn't want to hear Whitney?
I'm not gonna. I still throw on the radio.
Hey, I'm gonna pull 5 records off of my shelf, just because.
All right.
Brian, my high school buddies works there. Nice. I had that one.
Brian Adams.
Reckless?
Oh, yeah, Brian Adams is playing at that festival Rick was talking about earlier.
Brian Adams again.
Good Canadian kid.
Okay.
Men at Work.
Okay.
Not Canadian.
Queen.
Yes.
Not Canadian.
I just watched.
You can watch on Netflix.
Oh, is that Lopez?
Yeah.
What was your? Do you remember your first?
Back to the Future.
That's awesome. That was one of the best movie soundtracks ever, man. Huey Lewis.
Soundtrack to Streets of Fire.
Not bad. That's a good one too. What was your first one, Vern?
What?
Remember your first music purchase? LP, 8-track, old vinyl, 1820s record. What was your first musical?
The first one I actually purchased myself.
Yeah.
Was it was a 45 that had the Born to Be Wild on it. That was the first record I ever bought, was a 45, and that's what it was. Yeah, it was a single.
My first
Magic
album,
Carpet Ride on the flip side, by the way.
My first album was Police Synchronicity.
Uh-huh.
I was pretty young, but Michael, I remember I think that was a gift. But the first one I remember buying was Michael Jackson Thriller. That's the one. Michael Jackson Thriller was the first album I bought with my own, mail boy money, whatever, paper boy money. And my first cassette, Twisted Sister.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Then it was Beastie Boys, and I moved on to better music since then. But yeah, Twisted Sister was my first cassette.
I
Roy
remember
Orbison. Wow.
What was mine?
Roy Orbison.
I remember buying cassettes.
I don't have my vinyl anymore, but I know you can buy vinyl. Like we got a record store in the mall here.
Oh, dude, vinyl. My 19-year-old has probably 50 vinyls. Like they which I love that they brought it back.
That was 84. That was a great one. Dan just got that one, right?
84.
I want to say my first album was. I've never owned any.
Your
vinyl
first
or
CD?
anything. My first CD that I bought was the Blue album from Weezer.
Oh, that's a good album too.
Oh, I don't know what my first CD was.
Vern, this one's for you.
Well, you're old enough, Vern, that you
was
dude, you might have bought a
$15.
cassette tape though, right? Maybe a cassette tape before CDs, because you're.
You know what's great? I saved my cassette tapes, so I still have cassette tapes, and I have all my CDs too. I never got rid of them.
How can you play them?
In my
You
heart,
still have all your cassettes.
On his receiver.
not like all of them, but I probably got like 50.
So you have those like little suitcase luggage things that you would put your tapes.
Is that made by Vern Lab Technologies?
No, the ones I have are like wooden ones.
Caddy,
But
caddy.
I'm glad I saved because I have like Pearl Jam 10 that I bought in '92. You know what I mean? So like like those are like, and so I have the cassette and the CD for that. But like it's kind of cool. You think about it because I listened to the shit out of that stuff in high school and college, right? So it's like the tangibility of it, right? Yeah. So my car has a CD player, so I could listen to it, but I don't know. You could. It's not hard. Actually, I have a little. Oh, I don't know where it is now, but you can buy like a little cassette player.
Yeah, you can
Plug it in.
It's a good one, Gilster.
Yeah, Metallica Black was so good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
good.
I don't think any of my tapes.
My first like hairband tape though was Def Leppard Hysteria. I had chicken pox in 4th grade, and my mom was super strict. She thought I was going to worship the devil because I liked Motley Crue and Def Leppard. Like legitimately was scared. And so I got chicken pox, and her best friend bought me Def Leppard Hysteria. And didn't.
I remember as a kid, man, that being an album coming out, and all the cool kids in their denim jackets were like, "Oh yeah, man, Def Leppard."
Dude, Def Leppard Hysteria is amazing. Yeah, Pearl Jam 10 is my favorite CD of all time.
Is that down in phonograph picture of?
That's Pyromania.
But still Def Leppard?
Yeah, Photograph is off Pyromania. Great
I remember
song.
that song.
My favorite Def Leppard song is Hysteria. I love that song. Such a good tune.
That's cool.
Speaking of Pearl Jam, I'm going to Wrigley in August to see Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam was here in Vancouver last night.
Yeah. Yep.
I think
Is that after the Pumpkin show?
Yeah, it's like a week and a half after. I'm going to come back and see Pearl Jam. I'm excited to see Pumpkins, man. I cannot wait. Eric and I are going to see Pumpkins at Wrigley.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I still need to try and find a hotel because I don't want to come back.
Is this a big festival?
No, it's Smashing Pumpkins, Green Day, and the Linda Lindas.
Right? Oh, okay.
I don't know who
the Linda Lindas. They're good. They're like like teenage girls. They're good.
All right, that didn't sound weird.
No, well, they give me hope that like rock and roll with like kids isn't like dead and like you're not getting like garbage that you hear on the radio now. Yeah.
And I guess that's got to be a reason why like vinyl nowadays, like the big 12-inch records, has to be somewhat popular because that's the only music that they can really make, unless there's some band nowadays that's like we're going to put our.
Well, I think it's like I think what my daughter, because my daughter both my daughters may or may not have some kind of collecting gene. I don't know where they would have gotten this. But like, I think they like the tangibility of that stuff. Like I know my 19-year-old because she collects albums and she collects shoes too. But like she likes the like it's like a possession, right? And then she listens to them, and so I think like anything that's tangible like that, it just means so much more than when it's on your phone. You know, it's kind of making me want to go downstairs and get out my CDs, and I could really piss off my daughters by putting them on like a bookshelf, like I'm displaying them.
Who's the big pop star that's dating a football player?
Taylor Swift.
Like,
the
analytics just hit this live stream. Now it's going to
yes, we're a million views. My daughter not only does she put her albums out in vinyl, she has like 10 versions of each out. Like she has 10 different like collector.
Oh my goodness.
Right. And so my daughter has all she doesn't have all.
I was just curious because I know like Police and rock music definitely they're gonna remake them on vinyl, Beatles, whatever it was. But I wonder what modern musicians choose to do that, because I bet you they all don't.
I know it's fun
studio decision, right? Like they just say, oh, there's collectors. Because the thing is with digital, it's not as rich as listening on vinyl.
True.
If you have the proper equipment, if you have that Crosley record player, you might as well just stream it, right? But if you're listening to, like, say, a CD on a high, with a really good tuner, amps, all that stuff, and really good speakers, you're not going to get that deep, rich sound that you're going to get from like a record, like vinyl.
And your Bluetooth earphones,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Dude,
I was watching
stuff you hear now. That I will say though, like the stuff you hear, like how they've mixed it, and if you have like a really good set of headphones, like I can hear a lot of stuff in music that you really didn't notice before, and you can really distinguish like the layers of it. I was listening to it was a Pearl Jam song when I was walking today. Smile by Pearl Jam. And there's so like you could just hear stuff in there because I hadn't listened to them on the newer headphones before, but I was you also lose something too, like we're saying, you know what I mean, when it's not tangible.
I was watching Queen in Montreal on Disney Plus the other night, and when it was done, try and like make suggestions for what to watch next, and so you might like Taylor Swift Eras or
no.
I'm like, nope.
And you watched it.
But no. But in all seriousness, I wish more of the streaming services would get rights to bands like old
That's
concerts.
a great idea.
I'd love to watch more concerts from like before I was around.
Well, so Dino now has a VCR. If he was not lying about buying that VCR, if you go to like places like Goodwills and thrift stores and stuff like that and look through the VHSs, if they still have like a VHS selection, you can find really old concert videos. The ones that you would have had to buy at a concert, like live performances of, and those are actually really cool to get. Some of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now here's maybe a silly question, but since there's no more real like MTV, and in Canada we had Much Music, there's no more of that stuff. Today's musicians, they all still make like music videos, but is it just for like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook now? Like, because it's got to still be part of the industry.
I don't think I've watched a music video since the early 2000s.
What I'm thinking, like they pop up on YouTube.
No, they have them on YouTube.
From my childhood, it's usually 20-year-old music like Sarah McLachlan or Tragically Hip videos come up, or the Tool, stuff I like, but it's never like a modern, here's the new country hit from blah blah blah.
Well, they still make music videos.
It's weird because like YouTube, but like it is weird that like why would anyone buy? It just seems to me like people don't really watch music videos anymore. It's not like it was as necessary for the marketing of the album, right?
And since it's been a long time since I bought like a music CD.
Well, Rick, if you treat music like you treat first run movies, that it's understandable.
Well, like we don't, like, for one thing, Walmart I think is discontinuing carrying
physical media
of
Best Buy already gave it up
for CDs and stuff. So what I'm wondering is like, why didn't they have, and there's still DVDs you can order of concerts modern day and stuff, comedy tours, they put their stuff out and usually on the internet first, and then they sell DVDs online later. But I mean, if they're making the music videos, why not, put a barcode on their CD or the MP3 where you get to watch our music videos?
Yeah, they do.
Or do they do that?
Use
they do all that.
If you use like Apple Music or something like that, I think those videos are available through that.
And probably Spotify now too.
Yeah,
that they're using video.
And then so wherever you get your streaming music, you probably can just watch a music video. And speaking of streaming, if you didn't watch the show or you cut the tail end, you can always stream the podcast anywhere you get your podcast. Short little plug right there.
Now that's a segue, Rick.
I will say though, I watched the Taylor Swift Eras concert with my daughter, and the quality was outstanding. Like the sound quality, and it's a hell of a performance. Like if you watch it's a hell of a performance that she gives, man. It looks like she's running a marathon by the end of it because it's nonstop. So I actually enjoyed watching it with my daughters. It was good.
What were you saying, Dan?
Listen, here's why: you can't say anything bad about Taylor Swift, or they will come and get you.
Yeah, they will. Dan,
I could care less. I've seen her live. I saw her play with the Rolling Stones at the United Center.
Here, this is how much my daughters like Taylor Swift.
Couldn't be less interested in her.
Dan was segueing to something. By the way,
This is how much my
No,
daughter's like trailer
Is that a
sweat.
candle?
Candle?
Yeah, it's over the sink in our kitchen.
Was that a gift to you from your daughter, or she like leaves stuff like that there?
No,
Yeah.
this is my daughter's, so we put it there because we all thought it was really funny. So
light that on January, whatever
6th, January
birthday
6th.
is, and
yeah. No, and you know what? When you're a single dad with teenage daughters, you make the house fun. So
Heck yeah.
this sits right above our sink.
I think the only image I've ever seen on a candle like that would be like Jesus.
Yeah.
Or a
I
saint,
mean, it's
or
I've
kind of
never
what-
seen a celebrity on a candle.
yeah. Well, and then the whole look at it. It's clearly a worshiping candle. Yeah.
didn't Madonna, when she came out with her Like a Prayer, have a candle thing too?
Oh God,
Probably, but she was melting the wax on her body.
Yeah,
Though. That's
yeah.
different.
yeah.
All right.
She just
Dan,
did
you were
that
segueing?
performance again.
Hold on.
Recently.
I was segueing into my exit. I've got to run.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up anyways here because we've been going on 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, but we will be wrapping up pretty quick.
And dude, it was great seeing you again, my friend.
You too, man. It was good hanging out with you, buddy.
You guys take care. Have a good
All
weekend.
right,
Cheers,
Dan.
Dan.
See you
See you,
next time.
Dan.
Later, Dan.
But anyways, well, go ahead, Eric. You
I
were
was
gonna
just
say-
I was just gonna say, have you seen the in-hand shots of the Acolyte Black Series figures?
I did
And
see
some of the
them.
vintage-
Because just looking at it up close, the I can't remember her character's name, the Carrie Ann Moss character.
Yeah.
Her lightsaber hilt looks like the one that's on the floor. In
Yeah,
the
she's gonna
trailers.
die in the first few episodes.
I
Yeah.
have to believe
gonna die
like
in the
she's
first
like
8 minutes.
She's a goner.
she's in the first scene and she's toast.
No,
Yeah.
I think that she'll make it into that fight scene in the bar, and then that's over. So when that
Yeah.
happens, she's pretty much done.
Yeah,
because
that's what
it
I think. Yeah,
totally makes it look
Rail
like
coming for
the
seal.
assassin walks out and she doesn't.
Yeah, that's been my
Well-
theory for a while now about her character.
We can have a whole Acolyte episode coming up.
I'm looking
I
forward.
just
to it.
want to
I'm
say
rooting for it to be good.
thanks to the 3 people who subscribed to my podcast upload. I renamed it the Left Coast Theories. So all of
Okay.
the old Andor after shows and the soon to be old Acolyte after shows will be up there, as well as us doing the
Nice.
YouTube videos. But
Awesome.
three subscribers, man.
I'm
Like,
one of them. I'm one of
watch
3.
out Joe Rogan is all I gotta say.
So, dude, are you gonna finish setting up your thing and do any more videos?
No, not anytime soon.
No time. All
Gonna
right.
praise some toy gods soon.
Not
dude.
anytime soon. Yeah, the toys are going to take a while to get to. There's other organizational stuff in the basement, but yeah,
Yeah.
at some point.
are you finishing the basement or?
Some point, yeah. Not anytime soon. But it's unfinished, but they made it an unscary basement, so you could be. It's clean and it was all. They put new floor, like they painted the floor or whatever. So it like you can go down there. It's not a scary basement. So we do want to just set up a bootleg basement, but yeah, someday.
That's nice.
All right. Well, Rick, what do you got coming up this week? Anything?
I don't think so. There's not. Acolyte's
All right,
not this week. It's next week, right?
Yep.
The 4th, yeah.
2
Fourth,
weeks from
yeah.
now. 2 weeks from now, we'll get an Acolyte after show. We haven't scheduled a date or time yet, but we'll do that for the 6 weeks or whatever we got, and I think we'll be pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I've seen some reviews. I haven't seen a review said this sucks and Disney killed. But those aren't the people that were given free passes either. So take that with a grain of salt. But I don't know. Again, I'll give all these high credit until I see them and I don't like them. I've enjoyed them all. I just hate the Ahsoka character. That's all. It's still fun.
God, there it is.
Here it is. All right.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Acolyte to be good, and I'm going in open-minded and just like I want a good show. You know what I mean? X-Men '97 was just amazing. So just
It was good. It was good. I watched the last episode, then I went back and I watched a couple more. I'm just watching them out of order. But so Eric, this week you're gonna upload your first video,
No, but I'll be putzing around with this guy. I got
Nice.
the droid.
Oh,
and then you
cool.
should film it and then just put it up on YouTube.
Yeah, not likely. But tomorrow I'll be on Stu's movie quiz. So
Okay, good.
Uh-oh.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I'm gonna be toast. I'm
right.
gonna embarrass myself on that.
Well, I'm
Or
not.
you guys are doing that later, right?
I'm
What?
doing
Or at
it
least Rick,
eventually.
you're on it.
But I gotta go versus the human encyclopedia of pop color knowledge, Chris 1000's Ghosts. So chances are I'm totally gonna win. It's obvious. Like,
yeah,
Chris
I'm not
no
looking
chance.
forward to it. I'm gonna be
Chris has
embarrassing
zero
myself,
chance.
but it'll be fun.
Good for you guys. Once again, not invited.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it.
Anyways, dude, it was nice to have you on. Thanks for hanging out with us on a
absolutely,
Saturday afternoon. It's great to
Thanks
see
for the
you
invite.
again. And then thanks to everybody in the chat for joining us for this live stream. And we'll be back next week on the Toy Duo team. And see you guys next week.
Toys, 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 toys,
Manly
toys, 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 toys.
And TV